I'm Ed Benkin. Game 2 of the NFL season takes place this evening in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Chargers will battle the Chiefs in an AFC West clash. Kansas City has won the last 7 meetings between the two, although past 3 have been decided by a score in the final 7 minutes. Game 1 of the regular season took place last night with the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles beating the Cowboys in Philadelphia. Despite the loss, Marcus Mosher from Locked On Cowboys podcast said on ESPN Radio, Ryan Schottenheimer did well in his debut.
I think you have to be excited. I think it was about a B+. I think there were some things maybe late in the game that he wishes he could have done again, and they ran the ball better than anybody expected. Dak played well. The offense looked creative.
Meanwhile, Jalen Carter has apologized for his spitting incident with Dak Prescott. The agent for Bucs starting cornerback Zion McCollum was told ESPN's Adam Schefter the team has given his client a 3-year extension worth $48 million. The Saints say defensive end Chase Young and guard Trevor Penning are both out for Sunday's opener against the Cardinals. In baseball, the Cubs lead the Nationals at Wrigley 8-2. U.S. Open underway. Carlos Alcaraz up 5-3 over Novak Djokovic.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. Week 1 in the NFL, college football, and, of course, Major League Baseball. And I'll recap it all in my upon further review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR live from Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. It's a football Friday, and we are thrilled to have you hanging out with us for the next 3 hours. We're counting you down. We got LSU's home opener against Tech. We've got the Saints kicking off their season Sunday against the Cardinals. Theriot is here next hour. Phil Steele in 15 minutes. A ton to do, but let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
All right, we'll begin here with a little bit of news. Just in the last 20 minutes or so, the Saints have released their injury report. Kell Moore, meeting with reporters after practice, gave the update that we all sort of feared would be the case, but was confirmed here today.
Medically, obviously, we have a few items there. The 2 guys that will be listed as out for our game is Trevor Penning and Chase Young, and then questionable will be Jordan Howden. So, we'll navigate that through the remainder of this next couple days. But, we'll be fine there, and we're excited about some other guys that'll have some opportunities as we go.
So it'll be Dylan Radins will be at left guard starting in place of Trevor Penning, and clearly Cam Jordan is going to get a lot more run this week than otherwise you might have thought with Chase Young out. That's really disappointing. I mean, we know the opponent that you're facing in Arizona with the Cardinals. They're a team that has gone through a rebuild of their own, as we've sort of diagrammed this week. They hired Jonathan Gannon. They won 4 games in his first year. Last year they were 8-9, and this year they're looking with a healthy, maybe reimagined Kyler Murray, a more consistent Kyler Murray, trying to push toward the playoffs. And Arizona is a 6.5-point favorite in the Dome. New Orleans, of course, will be starting Spencer Rattler for the opener here. And for the first time, though, we'll get to see Spencer Rattler with a full complement of offensive weapons. He will be without his starting left guard. We've talked about Dylan Radins. This is a guy that was a second-round pick. He's played a lot of football, started his career in Tennessee. They did not re-sign him. The Saints brought him in as a free agent, as a depth piece. It's disappointing not having Trevor Penning. And oddly, for all of the issues that the Saints had on the offensive line a season ago, with all of the injuries, Eric McCoy with the groin injury on the second play against the Eagles, obviously with Lucas Patrick and Shane Lemieux rotating there and everything that went on, one of the constants a year ago amid so much injury and turnover was Trevor Penning, who started all 17 games a year ago for New Orleans at right tackle, and now moving into a more comfortable spot at left guard, moving him on the interior. Stands to reason he'd improve his quality of play, moving to a more natural position But we'll have to wait for his 2025 debut. So that's the news as of right now with the New Orleans Saints. As we move throughout the show, we'll talk plenty more about the Saints and the Cardinals, giving you a full preview and prediction. But Penning, Chase Young out for Sunday's opener in the Dome. All right, it is After Further Review. Our show open every day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of the LSU Tigers, the official beer of the New Orleans Saints. So if you're going to be watching the Tigers or the Saints this weekend, make sure you got plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light. If you're running by a retailer near you, remember the LSU Bud Light cans and aluminum bottles. If you're heading by Rouse's, wherever it may be, to grab your tailgate supplies, make sure you got plenty of ice-cold Bud Light in the white cans and aluminum bottles, a hat tip to LSU's white jerseys, and then obviously the Saints cans are black with the fleur-de-lis on them. You can pick them up at great local retailers. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, and the official beer of the New Orleans Saints. Phil Steele's going to be here in about 10 minutes from right now. We will preview the biggest games of the college football weekend with Phil. We'll get his thoughts on LSU, Louisiana Tech. There was a little bit of disappointing news on Friday for LSU as a four-star offensive tackle, Emmanuel Tucker, who's been committed to LSU since the summer, flipped on Friday to Ole Miss. There is a piece of this that I don't think enough people are talking about, which I'll get to in just a quick second. But first of all, about Emmanuel Tucker. He's from New Albany, Mississippi, so it's northern Mississippi, near Oxford. He's 6'7", 285. In the composite, he's a four-star, the number 288 overall prospect in the country, the 25th best offensive tackle. He's the 13th best player in the state of Mississippi. So you're talking about a really good prospect here in Emmanuel Tucker, someone that LSU invested a lot of resources into recruiting. And it's disappointing. We say it all the time. You never want to see a prospect flip. But if they do, you'd rather them go somewhere where you're never going to see him again. You'd rather see him go to the West Coast, a different conference. Going to Ole Miss, we'll see what the future scheduling looks like in the Southeastern Conference. But there's a really good chance LSU plays Ole Miss every year in the new format as one of the three permanents. So there's a chance you could be facing Emmanuel Tucker every year. So that part of it is doubly disappointing. When you just look at LSU's class, they still have three offensive linemen committed for the 2026 class. And tops among them, of course, is Bryson Martinez from East Ascension, nearby, just down the road from LSU. And Bryson Martinez is just an absolute monster. He's a massive young guy. He's listed at 6'5.5", 290. He's probably a little bit bigger than that right now. You know, he's right on the brink of being a top 100 overall prospect. As a matter of fact, ESPN has him as the 86th overall prospect. But on top of that, you've also got out of Mississippi, Bryson Cooley, who's out of Laurel, Mississippi, committed, and then Jalen Chapman out of New Orleans. So you've got three offensive linemen still committed for this class. And truthfully, you're going to return a ton. You're going to return Tyree Adams. You're going to return Weston Davis. Very likely, barring transfers, Eccles and DJ Chester and Paul Mabenga are all back. Braylon Moore has another season of eligibility. We'll see if he goes pro or if he returns for another season. That's an NFL decision he'll have to make. But the only player you're losing is Josh Thompson, who will be out of eligibility. So LSU should be in a more stable spot next year than they were coming into this year, just with more returning talent. And then you got some of the young guys as well. Carius Kearns, a 5-star. Solomon Thomas, who we haven't gotten to see yet because of the injury before fall camp, 5-star. And then some really talented young players as well who are growing into their bodies. Ori Williams, Ethan Callaway, Bo Bordelon, Brett Bordelon. And then, this class that you have committed. So the numbers are fine. The experience is fine. The talent is fine. So you can overcome this. It's not a crushing blow in that respect, but it is someone you wanted. The thing that probably not enough people are talking about, and I want you to file this away, and I'm going to theorize here because I think this is something that's going to be more recognizable as we move through this recruiting cycle and forward. We are now in the rev share era. You know that. But the revenue share era allows for third-party NIL, which is true NIL through the clearinghouse that we've talked about, and revenue share. What is no longer allowed is the collective to just pay student athletes when they're on campus. However, something you've heard me mention before, high school NIL is the next frontier. Remember, most every state has approved high school NIL by law, meaning you can do brand deals with high schoolers, meaning the collective, like LSU's Bayou Traditions, which is why it hadn't disbanded, they can do deals with high schoolers. Veiled as NIL, but really pay for play, which we all know it is. Mississippi is one of the only states that does not allow high school NIL. Follow me here. So LSU has, let's just use the top committed prospect, Lamar Brown. LSU's got Lamar Brown committed. U-High, number 2 overall prospect in the country in the composite. LSU's collective has an NIL deal with Lamar Brown where they are paying him now as a high schooler. That is meant to establish and make firm your commitment because you're getting paid. And because those are brand deals that are signed or NIL deals that are signed, you have provisions in those contracts whereby if you flip and you don't end up on campus, you have to pay the money back. So when you're recruiting players from states that allow high school NIL, you bet your bottom dollar there's already financial transactions involved that bind that player to the school. Look at the 2 players that most recently decommitted. Tristan Keys and now Emmanuel Tucker, both from Mississippi. LSU, anybody can't legally do binding NIL deals with a high school athlete from Mississippi. So maybe proximity helps Ole Miss there, brown paper bags and whatnot. No judgment here, do you? But that's something to keep an eye on. Do you see more prospects from Mississippi flip because you can't do high school NIL with players from Mississippi? It'll be interesting to see if LSU replaces Emmanuel Tucker in this class. If they pursue another offensive lineman, they could always go into the portal for that as well. There's so many different options. We'll see how it all plays out. But Emmanuel Tucker flips to Ole Miss. We'll see what happens between now and signing day. But something worth keeping an eye on there is high school NIL and how that's going to affect these classes, in particular prospects from the state of Mississippi. All right, I mentioned our friends over at Rouse's helping you cover the spread all throughout football season. Rouse's.com for your football Saturdays, your football Sundays, your tailgates, your game watch parties, your home gates, whatever it is. Rouse's has got you covered with their party platters, their tailgate trays, ribs, mini muffalettas, finger sandwiches, cheese trays, fruit trays, desserts, all of it. They got it at Rouse's with 70 locations, Lake Charles to Orange Beach. So no matter who you cheer for, you want to cover your spread with your tailgate this year, Rouse's can help you do it. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home. All right, y'all, it's AFR. We're live from Don Juan Cigar Bar. Looking forward to being here for a lot of our Football Fridays this football season. So come on by, hang out with us at Don Juan, grab a cocktail, grab a premium cigar, pop into the Don Juan Cigar Company next door. They got so many promos and raffles going on right now. They got a cool Arturo Fuente raffle where you can win $2,700 worth of cigars, merch, other prizes. Get on by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Okay, quick break. We'll come back. Our 2 segments with Phil Steele previewing the biggest games of the college football weekend. That's next here on AFR.
After further review.
All right, Tigers play at 6:30 on Saturday night. You know that. That means you've got plenty of time throughout the day on Saturday to check off the honeydews. Bypass the big box stores and go check out our friends at Clegg's Nursery. But Matt, that's a garden center. Yes, it is. And you can get flowers and plants and trees and shrubs, and you can get Johnny Naylor seeds and all the stuff that you need. A soil and mulch, bag, bulk, but they also have almost anything you would find at a hardware store. If you need floodlights and duct tape and hardware, they got you covered over at Clegg. Garbage bags, contractor bags, like they got all that stuff at Clegg's Nursery. So great outdoor decor as well. If you want to decorate your outdoor spaces, our friends at Clegg's Nursery have got you covered. They've been serving Greater Baton Rouge for 6 decades, y'all. So bypass the big box stores, support the great local retailer, buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
These These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
About that time on a Football Friday, we visit with Phil Steele. Of course, the Phil Steele College Football Magazine, Phil Steele Plus Tour on YouTube, philsteele.com. Get him on Twitter, X as well, and every Friday right here to talk about the biggest games of the college football weekend. How are you, Phil?
You know, I'm doing great, man, but probably not as good as you guys down there.
I assure you, you are not doing nearly as well as everybody in Baton Rouge. Vibes are immaculate this week, and with a relative layup with Louisiana Tech that should continue into next week when Florida comes to town. We got a lot to talk about. Let's dive into there are 4 games here on Friday. The one that you and I talked, maybe circled, that Northern Illinois at Maryland game. It's a 6:30 Central kick on the Big Ten Network. Maryland's a 16.5-point favorite. Maybe a little too rich. What's your thought?
No, I like Maryland in this one, and it goes back to the fridge, or not the fridge, excuse me, Coach Loxley.
Right.
And ever since Loxley got there, he's won his last 16 non-conference games. You remember, go back to 2019, they put up 79 on Howard, 63 on Syracuse. He likes to put the points up, and he's got a freshman quarterback that he's got to get experience before Big Ten play. Malik Washington got off to a slow start last week, hitting just 3 of his first 10 passes, but then hit 24-33 down the stretch. They annihilated FIU 39-7. I just look for Maryland to put up their usual 38, 40 points in a game like this. Northern Illinois struggled offensively last week in their game, and it was against weaker competition. So anytime I got Loxley laying less than 17 points in a non-conference game, especially versus a group of 5 team, I'll lay the points in that one.
Flip it over to Saturday, and there's a pretty big intersectional matchup there with Illinois, who's ranked 11th in the country, Phil. They're on the road at Duke. Most people here are familiar with Darian Mensah from his time at Tulane, now the quarterback at Duke. Duke is a 2.5-point home dog in this game. Think the Blue Devils might be able to pull the upset?
I like Illinois here. And, go back to last year's team. Illinois beat South Carolina in the bowl to finish 10-3. But I think this year's Illinois team is probably 7 points better than last year's team. This year's team goes through middle-of-the-road experience start to the very top. They've got almost everybody back, including Luke Altmaier at QB. And they've got a loaded defense, a lot of top-notch players there. The NFL is going to be loaded with their guys. Then you take a look at Duke. Now, Duke has a good defense. I love what I saw at Mensa last week. But keep in mind, that game against Elon, it was 24-17 in the fourth quarter. They put on the last 3 scores to get it up there to 45. And last year, Duke did not defeat a single Power 4 team that finished with the winning record. So this is their first test against a real team. I think Illinois is a playoff contender. I think Duke's a really good team, but not a playoff contender. And since the spread's only 2.5, I'll take Illinois minus the points in this one.
Of course, staying up that key number of 3. What about the Cy-Hawk Trophy there at Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa? The Hawkeyes going to the Cyclones. Iowa State a 3.5-point home favorite. Really impressive in their season-opening win, Phil, against Kansas State. Can Matt Campbell's squad keep it rolling, move to 3-0?
Yeah, and equally impressive last week, I thought, in a flat spot, taking on a South Dakota team that plays the big boys tough. And it wasn't even a game. It was 55-7. They just blew them out. And it was interesting when I talked to Coach Campbell. I said, hey, I talked to Coach Key at Georgia Tech, and he said that it really affected them, the Ireland trip, 2 weeks after they got back. And I said, boy, you're playing Iowa. And he's like, yeah, but he's doing everything he can to keep this team having not a hangover from Ireland. But I am a little concerned about the situation. You know, the last 6 times this game's been played in Ames, Iowa's won all 6. This is one of those weird series where the road team seems to win. Iowa's got a really good defense, and they've got Mark Gronowski now at quarterback. He wasn't awesome last week, but didn't need to be. They just ran the ball for 310 yards. They've got a really good offensive line. It's a rivalry game. You're getting over a field goal in this, so I'm going to take the dog because almost all these games are close. I'm also going to like the under. The under is 17-3 the last 20 in this series. It's one of those white-knuckle games where the coaches coming in know that if you lose the turnover battle, you're going to lose the game. Punt's not a bad thing. I'm going to go with the under in this one in Iowa.
The under at 42.5. Phil Steele is with us. Of course, get to YouTube, take that Phil Steele Plus tour. Pick up Phil Steele's college football magazine at Barnes & Noble and at Books A Million and online at philsteele.com. Baylor at SMU. Of course, SMU, a playoff team a season ago. They're ranked 17th in the country, and they're a 2.5-point favorite over Dave Aranda's squad. What do we think about this one there in Dallas?
I don't really have a feel. I'm going to watch and learn about these two teams because SMU wasn't that impressive last week against East Texas A&M, only 400 yards offense. And they're at home, which is a nice plus. Baylor, the thing that surprised me last week with Baylor was it seemed like Aranda was going for it on 4th down because he didn't trust his defense. And defense is his calling card, but they gave up 307 yards on the ground. They do have a very explosive offense. Sawyer Robertson last week threw for 419 yards against Auburn with a 3-0 ratio. They got Bryson Washington running back. I need to see more before I can tell you what these two teams are about this year. I still think Baylor is a contender in the Big 12, and I think SMU, provided they beat Miami at home, would have a great chance to get in the ACC title game. A good one to watch. I'll let you pick this one, Matt.
I'm going to go with the home team in that one, especially with a really good quarterback. So I'll take Jennings and SMU to get the win at home. But, again, not a real strong feel there. I am curious more so what you think about Oklahoma State going up to Eugene to take on the Ducks. It's a massive line. It's 27.5. But those two coaches have been feuding all week about their NIL budgets. I don't know how you even start to think about how that might work in, but I'm just curious if you think Oklahoma State, Mike Gundy's squad can go up there and keep it close in Eugene.
You know, going through the roster of Oklahoma State, this is not a super talented team, and they're one that's heavily relied on the portal. And you look at the fact they brought in like 25 players post-spring. That tells me the coach is saying, hey, we don't have a really good team. We need to go out and find some guys. How do you become a team that quickly? You know, we're just trying to incorporate all these new players that they have this year. And then last week, they're playing UT Martin. And their quarterback, Haas Hedgney, who won the job over Zane Flores, looked great. They scored 2 touchdowns early in the first quarter. Then he breaks his foot, so he's out for 6 games. It's going to be Zane Flores here. You've got an Oregon team that coming into last year was 9-1 as a 20-plus favorite. They like to put the hammer down at home. And that Montana State team that they beat last week, you might say, hey, that's just an FCS school. Montana State was undefeated in the regular season last year. They have a Stanford quarterback in Justin Lamson. That's a really good Montana State team that they beat 59-13. I'm going to lay the lumber here, especially with the post-game comments maybe riling up Oregon a little bit.
Oregon laying 27 and a hook. There is an SEC game on the docket, Phil. It's Ole Miss at Kentucky. We all know the only league game Kentucky won a year ago was that upset in Oxford. The Rebs are an 8.5-point road favorite. Do they get their vengeance in Lexington?
Yeah, I think they do. And, when you look at Kentucky, Zach Calzada looked a little erratic last week, but Toledo's a really good team, so keep that in mind. And when you look at Ole Miss, I thought Austin Simmons had a really good game. Did throw 2 interceptions. I'd be a little concerned there, especially with this being his first road start. But on Phil Steele Plus, I've got a category on my schedule predictor, and it's called the revenge category. Mm-hmm. It's actually over the last 3 years now, Matt, 89 and 41. And it seems like these revenge games, and by the way, the only time it's a revenge game is if you were favored and you lost outright, then what you do the next year. None of that, you lose to a team 3 straight years. You're not playing with revenge unless you were favored and lost outright. But it's had a really good record at 89 and 41, and naturally Ole Miss is a revenge play, so I'm going to go with it here. The scary part is the last 4 or 5 times these teams have met, it's all been 3 points or less, the deciding factor. But Kentucky's actually 1-8 against the spread at home. Their last 9 against against the Power Four. So I'm going to go with Ole Miss minus the points.
Phil, one more here. We'll break, come back, and get to the evening games. How about the return of the border war? Kansas, Missouri. This one's going to be in Como. I don't know what we learned about Missouri last week, but Kansas was pretty impressive in their season opening win. Missouri's a 6.5-point home favorite. Feels like a lot. What say you?
Yeah, I like Kansas in this one, Matt. And when you look at the Jayhawks, the couple of things to like. First of all, the last 15 times in this rivalry, and I love rivalry dogs, and this is a legitimate rivalry. The dog is 10-5. There's been 8 outright upsets. In fact, when the line's close, I think in the last 10 times, like this, under a touchdown, they've pulled the upset 8 out of 10 times. So I love that. And then Kansas's defense playing really well. They held Fresno to 216 yards. Fresno put up over 500 yards against Georgia Southern last week. And then last week, they held Wagner to 143. So a really good defense. Missouri's got a good defense as well. Who's got the more veteran quarterback? Oh, Kansas. Jalen Daniels over Bo Pribula. And I just like the way Kansas is playing this year. So you got an underdog rivalry. You've got the fact that Kansas plays extremely well as a dog, 8-2 against the spread as a single-digit dog. I'm going to take Kansas plus the points in a possible upset.
He is Phil Steele. It's after further review, our Football Friday editions. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Phil, sit tight. We'll come back. We'll get to the afternoon and evening games, including LSU and Louisiana Tech, as we continue with Phil Steele.
AFR.
Buying or selling, commercial or residential. Think real estate. Think Darren James. Agent225.com. Agent225.com. One more time. Agent225.com. That's the website, the most user-friendly website in real estate. And Darren just redesigned and relaunched Agent225.com. So if you haven't been there yet, rediscover it. If you're thinking about selling your home, start there at Agent225.com. If you're shopping for a home, search by area, search by golf course properties, properties with a pool. You can narrow your search by any criteria, and boom, there's every home that lists your criteria, price range, all of it. And if you're wondering what your home right now is worth, there's an incredible home value tool, an appraisal tool right there on the website. You could know what your home would appraise at today in 30 seconds. Go to the homepage of agent225.com, click home value, type in your address, boom, it's right there for you. It's agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
When it comes to pipe fabrication, time is money. And at River Parish Contractors, we make every second count. Our 36,000 square foot shop is ready to take on your projects right now. With experienced welders, precise fittings, and fast turnarounds you can trust. Whether it's a single custom spool or a full-scale run, we have the capacity and the skill to keep your job on schedule. Call us or visit rpcontractors.com for your quote. That's rpcontractors.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Always glad to have Phil Steele with us here on Football Friday, previewing the biggest games of the college football weekend. We'll wrap talking a little LSU, Louisiana Tech, giant number, but how competitive might it be? We'll ask Phil in just a smidge. Phil, next week LSU is going to play Florida in Baton Rouge. Before that, though, Florida has an intrastate rivalry with South Florida. The Bulls coming up to Gainesville, a 17.5-point favorite for Billy Napier's squad. Maybe a little bit of a look-ahead spot for the Gators. What do you think?
I like Florida minus the points in this one, and for the couple of reasons. First of all, I was going over with Chris, my FCS guy, today, and he was telling me Long Island's not a bad football team. They actually played the big boys tough generally. They held Long Island to 2 first downs last week, so that's impressive, knowing that they're not just a chopped liver FCS team. They really dominated 55-0. And, the overreaction, I think, to the final score of USF last week against Boise was that USF dominated Boise. I mean, they won the game 34-7, right? Yep. But watching the first 2.5 quarters of that game, I thought Boise was the better team. The game really changed on a fake punt for a touchdown. After that, Boise got stopped on downs 3 times going for it. They fumbled the ball away 3 times going for it. When you have those kind of things going, it turned into a blowout. But I actually thought Boise might have been the better team on the field with more talent. So I think USF getting a little overvalued at this point. I'm going to go with the Gators, and we know there's a lot of heat on Billy Napier still. Hasn't been lifted yet, so I'm going to go with Florida minus the points in that one.
Next week will be massive with the Tigers and the Gators in Baton Rouge. Maybe one a little off the radar, Phil. I'm just curious where you land on Kansas State, a team that came into this season with a lot of expectation. It's been a disappointing start. They lost the opener at Iowa State, had a close call last week, and now here comes Army. And K-State's a 17.5-point favorite. That just feels like a lot for a K-State team that's struggling a little bit. Black Knights keep it within the number?
I think they do. And, last week they lost to Tarleton State. But once again, Tarleton State, I think, is one of the more underrated FCS teams. I believe in the FCS digital magazine that we have online, we had Tarleton State number 4, number 5, much higher than everybody else. And Army really could have won that game. They were up by a couple of scores in the third or fourth quarter and ended up losing. There was a couple of big plays here. They were -3 in turnovers. Naturally, they can shrink the clock with running the football. I like what I saw to Dwayne Coleman at quarterback. He's got a little more burst than did last year's QB Bryson Daly. And then when they need the power back, they got Cale Helms at quarterback who can give you the power on the offense. So It's a dangerous thing, and as I mentioned, teams coming back from Ireland usually struggle the second week back. How about having to prepare for the option your second week back? I think that's going to make it a lot more difficult. So, yeah, I definitely take the points with Army. Keep this one closer than expected.
Phil Steele is with us. One we don't often see in intersectional matchup here. Arizona State traveling to Starkville to take on Mississippi State. Jeff Lebby and the Bulldogs got a win last week in an in-state rivalry against Southern Miss. They're a 6.5-point home dog with the 12th-ranked Sun Devils coming to Starkville. State, maybe a live dog, if you'll forgive the pun, at home?
Yeah, I lean with Mississippi State here. But my concern would be the fact that last year, if you watch the game, Arizona State led 27-3 at the half, maybe backed off a little in the second half. In fact, in the game, it was 30-3 late in the third quarter. Mississippi State ended up down 30-16, got an 80-yard touchdown pass with 5 minutes to go. So it was really never a game where Arizona State was in question, even though they only won by 7. I thought they were the much better team. But now Mississippi State's at home, so that's a nice advantage. They are a much improved team. Arizona State does not have Scatterbo, at the running back spot. So I think they can keep it closer than expected, possibly even pull the upset. I like the underdog here.
Get to a couple of more, a few SEC plays. Vanderbilt in the season opener last year upset Virginia Tech in Nashville. Now the game goes to Blacksburg. Virginia Tech is a 2.5-point home favorite. Vandy, maybe make it 2 years in a row against the Hokies?
You know, I think last year, if you look at Virginia Tech, they came into the season with all kinds of hype. They were one of the most experienced teams in college football. You're only playing Vanderbilt. You're on the road. You're a double-digit favorite. And they didn't play a very good first half. Then they came back in the second half, played a really good second half, but ended up losing the game in overtime. This year, I think they are under the radar. Virginia Tech, no one talking about them. And I thought they played a really good game against South Carolina. If not for the punt return touchdown and being -2 in turnovers, they actually had a 19-16 first down edge. It's at home, at night, enter Sandman. I love that. And Vanderbilt's a really good team. Talking to Coach Lee, they're a highly confident team coming into the season. But I'll take Virginia Tech at home. I think they're the better team at home, laying less than a field goal.
Biggest game of the weekend, Phil, is a battle of blue bloods. It's Michigan, hail to the victors, heading to Norman to take on Boomer Sooner. Find out a lot about these two teams after layups in week one. I'm not sure what to make of either of them, Phil. Oklahoma's a 5.5-point home favorite. What do you think?
Well, Oklahoma's my number one surprise team in the magazine. They've got the defense. Last year they held opponents to 87 yards per game below their season average. Number 6 in the country, 8 starters back. My number one rated defensive line, Brett Venables, calling the defense. Offensively, vastly improved. The offensive line last year had 0 returning starters. They were down their top 5 receivers due to injury. Now they have a vastly upgraded receiver group. They get the injured players back like Deion Burks. They've added in players, so they go from a weakness to a strength. The offensive line's veteran. They bring in John Mateer from Washington State, who last week, nearly threw for 400 yards in his debut game. And they also have Ben Arbuckle as the offensive coordinator. And I tell you, I'd say it all the time. First, if you're a freshman quarterback making your first road start, it's usually pretty tough. Or a young quarterback making your first road start. Let's talk to Arch Manning about that. So here you've got a freshman quarterback in Bryce Underwood, a very talented freshman quarterback, but first road start up against a Brett Venables defense on the road with Oklahoma. I'm going to take the Sooners to win this one by over a touchdown.
Phil Steele on Twitter at PhilSteele042. Of course, PhilSteele.com, STEELE, PhilSteele.com, and a link there to the Phil Steele Plus Tour. We'll tell you about that in just a sec, Phil. But I'd be remiss if I didn't at least get a thought on the hometown Tigers. Louisiana Tech's coming in. LSU is a gigantic 36.5-point favorite. What are you expecting from the Tigers and the Bulldogs Saturday in Tiger Stadium?
Well, first thing, Matt, the first thing I want to toss out is congratulations on that underplay you had last week.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. And, you know, the thing that surprised me was the way Clemson's defense actually LSU's defense dominated Clemson's offensive line. I thought they did a tremendous job holding them to just 31 yards rushing in the game, put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And that really upgraded LSU's defense in my rankings, maybe up to your level where you had them prior to the game. And, you know, when you look at this one, you talk about a massive sandwich game. I've never heard a coach talk so much about winning the opener as I heard Brian Kelly talk about it. Yeah. And you've got Florida on deck at home. And this, by the way, we're playing who this week? Louisiana Tech. Tech's actually a team I think is going to do better in CUSA. than most folks expect. I had them picked, I believe, third in CUSA this year. Now, they weren't that impressive last week, but they still beat Southeast Louisiana 24-0. I think they're capable of hanging underneath the number, especially catching LSU's C game. But I think LSU's focus might be a little more on Florida than it is on Louisiana Tech. But it would be also tough to take a team like Louisiana Tech, which only had 262 yards offense last week, to score points here against LSU. So if I had to pick this one, due to the sandwich situation, I'd take Tech plus the points.
He is Phil Steele. Make sure you check out the Phil Steele Plus Tour on YouTube. Link there at philsteele.com. Phil, what do they get when they go take that Phil Steele Plus Tour?
Well, right now you get 5 selections and 6 quick hitters and even an NFL play. So 12 free plays. And I break it down, give you complete reasoning behind each of the selections. You just go to philsteele.com, click on the front menu there, and you'll see the Phil Steele Plus Tour. It's on YouTube, and it's about 34 minutes this week, but you get yourself a lot of free plays, complete with reasoning.
And the thing I tell people all the time is when you go to philsteele.com and you click the Phil Steele Plus Tour, subscribe to Phil's channel, and set notifications, because when Phil puts out those plays, lines are going to move. So if you want to get in on them, set your notifications on YouTube there with the Phil Steele Plus Tour. Phil, it's always a pleasure. We'll look forward to doing it again next week.
Sounds great, Matt. Have yourself a good one, my friend.
You do the very same. Enjoy week 2 of college football. It's AFR. We'll continue from Don Juan Cigar Bar.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Remember, Gordon right now also, for a few more weeks till the 21st, you can still submit your billboard for the Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys Billboard Design Contest. Of course, you see Gordon on billboards all over town, all over the state, really. And you could see your design on one of those billboards. It's the Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys Billboard Design Competition. It's simple. Go to the website, getgordon.com/billboards, getgordon.com/billboards. You can see all the rules and regs right there. Submit your design. You could win up to $2,000 in prizes, a donation to a charity of your choice, and the opportunity to see your design on billboards all over town. What more could you possibly want? Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com. You know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you, our mobile bank.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
For us, when we go out and, look at what we're trying to accomplish each week, it's much more about each guy doing their job and doing it in a manner that allows 11 guys to look really good together. And we had instances where we had 2 or 3 guys not doing their job, but 8 other guys were. We want all 11 guys doing their job. So this has been much more for us this week, kind of getting that entire group working together.
Brian Kelly meeting with reporters on Thursday in preparation for Saturday's game against Louisiana Tech. We're here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Glad to have you aboard with us here. One other thing that I think is going to be fascinating to watch on Saturday is the possibility of history in Tiger Stadium. Of course, Zach Weeks, the third Weeks brother, is now on the roster. And Brian Kelly was asked point blank by Scott Rabelais of The Advocate, has he considered the possibility of seeing all 3 Weeks brothers on the field at the same time? Give a listen.
Oh, absolutely. When you have the third brother come in through the doors, your first thought is, okay, we got all 3 of them. Maybe there'll be an opportunity for all 3 of them to be on the field. I hope we get that opportunity, and if we do, we'll take advantage of it, because I think it's first of all, it'll be deserving because they're all really good players. But we'll have to wait and see how that happens. But in answering your question, yeah, I've thought about it, and that'd be a first for me. Not that I'm looking for firsts in that sense, but that'd be pretty neat.
Remember, Brandon, Curtis, and Jiron Taylor, 3 brothers, the Taylor brothers, were all on the team at the same time, but they were not on the field at the same time. Zach Weeks is likely going to redshirt. Remember, he was not only an early enrollee, but he was also a reclass. So he should be in his senior year of high school, but he reclassified to be able to join his older brothers. They could all be on the team at the same time. But he's going to redshirt this year. And so, but you can play 4 games and still maintain your redshirt. So it's going to be interesting to see what opportunities are there for Zach. And you would realistically think this game, a couple weeks against Southeastern Louisiana, maybe in November against Western Kentucky if they haven't gotten there yet. So he'll be able to get out on the field at some point, maintain the redshirt year, but it's going to have to be at a point in the game where you're up comfortably and can play Zach, and you're not up so far that you don't want to risk having Witt and West on the field as well. But if you haven't studied the roster, Zach Weeks is wearing 35. We know Witt is 40 and West is 33. So if you're watching the game on Saturday, if at some point you see 40, 33, and 35 all on the field at the same time, you're watching a first in LSU history, as 3 brothers will be playing on the field all at once. It'd be incredible if it does play out that way. So something to keep an eye on when the Tigers and the Bulldogs play Saturday night in Tiger Stadium. Always love telling you about Evamore, EVAMOR, Evamore.com. Got the Evamore with me here. Gave blood earlier today. They always tell you, make sure you hydrate. I'm like, I do hydrate. I hydrate all the time. I drink 2 64-ounce bottles of Evamore every day. But got mine with me. It's a better form of hydration. It's natural artesian water, and it's a Louisiana product. I try to purge tap water out of my diet completely. There's fluoride in tap water, which is great for your teeth, but it's also a known neurotoxin. So the microdose toxicity is a very bad thing for you over time. So I put Evamore in my Keurig. I try to drink Evamore exclusively. So you can find it at great local retailers or online at evamore.com. EVAMOR, evamore.com, evamore.com. All right, we are heading into the first home weekend. It's time for our tailgate segment. Hit it, Muse.
At LSU, we play hard, but we tailgate harder. Light your burner, fire up the grill. It's time for our Football Friday tailgate recipe of the week with Chris's Specialty Foods. 4 locations, or go to chrisspecialtyfoods.com.
Pinch hitting this week for the soon-to-be-wed Coben Linedecker, Chef Kerry Whitaker from Chris's Specialty Foods. Chef, how are you?
I'm great.
We're glad to have you. Thanks for making the trip away. Do you ever get out of the kitchen?
A little bit, not much.
Yeah, well, we're glad that you found a way to make it over here. All right, so normally we like to do an Eat the Competition.
Of course.
LSU's playing the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. We typically don't eat dog meat.
We brought a dog platter.
I love it. All right, so walk us through what we got.
So, yeah, we have our smoked sausage dog. We have our Wagyu dog. I have a brisket dog, and I have a cheddar jalapeno dog. And I just threw in some crawfish queso and some pork skins.
The crawfish queso and pork skins is just so we all watch our waistlines, right? That's why it's in there for.
That's it.
All right, so I didn't realize we had multiple dogs here. So walk me through what each one is.
Yeah, so this is our Chris makes this in-house. This is our smoked sausage dog. I put a little barbecue sauce on it.
So it's Chris's smoked sausage.
Yep.
What, that's not a hot dog bun. What do we have there?
It's a challah bread. It's a heavy egg bread. This is toasted on both sides with butter. We use this for our lobster roll as well. You've had that before.
Had the lobster roll last week. Came in for lunch.
So, and this is our Wagyu dog.
What is the Wagyu dog?
Product. It's a dog that's made with Wagyu beef. It's top quality. So I'm not a hot dog guy, and I'll eat this.
Yeah, it's Wagyu.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's amazing.
Do those come individually, or y'all sell them by the pack?
We sell them by the pack. They're 4 in a pack.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're in all of our stores.
My brother-in-law is the kind of guy that'll roll into a gas station and get like 6 chili dogs, and that's like his favorite thing in the world to eat. And I'm like, I'm like you. I'm not a hot dog guy. I'll eat that.
They're delicious.
I'll eat a Wagyu hot dog,
really
no
good.
doubt. What's the third one over there?
The third one, this is our brisket dog. It's made with brisket.
How do you get the casing? I mean, it looks like sausage.
Yeah, it's a brisket sausage. You can do it. You can just eat it as a sausage, or you can put it on a bread. I added some sautéed peppers on top of it just to make it that much more special.
I love it. And fourth, what we got over there?
The last was a cheddar jalapeno dog.
Okay.
Added some sautéed onions on top as well. It's good too.
So all of these are available at any of the Chris's locations?
Yes.
And so you get them, they're all 4-pack?
4 to 6 a pack.
Okay. And so when we're preparing these, it's pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
Just what you throw on the grill. How would you prepare them?
Pop them on the grill, flat top, Blackstone. You can even put them in the microwave.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think is maybe of all? I guess it's all easy, right? I mean, this is good, easy tailgate food to bring out. I mean, you fire up a grill in 10, 15 minutes, whatever it would take to heat it.
Yeah.
So what would you say is maybe the easiest, considering toppings and all the stuff that people may want to do?
Man, these peppers and onions are just, you throw them on the Blackstone as well.
Okay.
Just cook them 10, 15 seconds, 50, whatever, however, a little bit of butter, you're good to go.
Yeah. Is it an easy thing to do if people wanted to make their own like brisket dog, or like how do you?
No, come get them from us.
No, of course, but we want to tell people, also want to give them cooking advice. So like, how do you do that?
Yeah, the brisket dog is we grind up the brisket, stuff it in the casing, smoke it, ready to go.
How long do you smoke it?
2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty standard thing there. You'll do it every day, every week?
Once a week. We make a big batch.
Awesome.
Send it out to all the stores, ready to go.
Of course, there's 4 Chris's locations. Of course, there's in Baton Rouge. There's Highland, which is the one that I see at often.
Yep.
Millerville. There's New Orleans and Lakeview, Lakeview location.
Lakeview
and which one am I missing?
Central.
Texas. Oh, Central. So the location Central as well. So the 4 locations, and also ChrisSpecialtyFoods.com is the website if you want more info. ChrisSpecialtyFoods.com. So like back-to-back S's. ChrisSpecialtyFoods.com. And we're talking with Coben last week. Is it a little early to start taking orders for Thanksgiving? You guys can take care of the entire Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, we can take care of your whole meal plan for you. It's not too early. Give us a call. We'll document it, have it ready for you whenever you want to pick it up.
And then we were also talking because deer season's right around the corner, and you guys can take care of the whole processing?
Processing, we do burgers, we do sausage, we do anything you want.
So people bring the deer, and then y'all take care of the rest?
That's it.
Cool. At all of the locations? Or is one of them the primary location where you do processing?
You can drop it off in any location. They're processed at Millerville.
Okay.
And you can pick it back up at the location you dropped it off on.
Perfect.
So it's very convenient.
Very. Chris's Specialty Foods, of course, you can have lunch at the Highland location, like Brian Theriot, who will be in here in a minute. I think our entire Parish Construction Roofing monthly budget goes into having lunch at Chris's because he's there every day. But it's worth it. It's fantastic. He drags me along with him sometimes whenever I let him pick up the bill. All right, Chef Carey, are you a football fan?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
All right, who's your team? Where are you from?
I'm from Baton Rouge.
From Baton Rouge? You're a Tiger fan?
I am.
Okay, got the hat. I love to see it.
Yep.
You got a strong feeling one way or another on Saturday's game?
We had a great last week was wonderful. They looked strong.
Heck of a debut. What do you think about LSU Saturday against Louisiana Tech?
Death Valley's going to be crazy.
I know, man. Home opener.
Yes.
Tigers number 3 in the country.
Yeah.
Should be a good win. We'll get some picks a bit later in the show. Chef Carey Whitaker from Chris's Specialty Foods. We appreciate you for coming in, Chef.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep.
And you're leaving the tray of food, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Sure, Terry will be here in a minute. He's going to eat all that. All right. It is after further review. We're here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. By the way, at Don Juan Cigar Company right next door, the retail shop. Awesome place. Come get your cigars for game day as well. They got everything you need. Lighters, cutters, ashtrays. Great selection. They got some great promos going on as well. So get on by here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Enjoy a cigar. Got TVs everywhere, craft cocktails, and of course Don Juan Cigar Company next door. So make sure you come hang out. Terrio's here. We're going to get you caught up on national headlines with SportsCenter. When we come back, the Riot Radio Hours. Stay here.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, with locations all over South Louisiana, ShawBillsTire.com. With 18 locations in South Louisiana, you're never far from a Shawbills location. You can shop tires online at ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com, or just pop on in. Now, they are closed on the weekend, but if maybe you're making that road trip this football season and you're going to need tires on that vehicle, you want the best tires on the road at the cheapest price possible, go to Shawbills. You can shop tires online by the make, body style, size, whatever of your vehicle, whatever size tires you're looking for, brand, price. It's all there. Narrow down the search. And there's even a really easy-to-use chat bubble on the homepage of the website where you tap that little chat bubble, and in seconds, you're chatting with an associate over at Shawbills. They can schedule your service or help you find tires. Super easy. And most importantly, they always treat you like family at Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies. We've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability. Because your well-being is more than a priority, it's our purpose.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Ed Bankin. The NFL kicked off its season last night with the Eagles and the Cowboys. Tonight, it's the Chargers and Chiefs from Brazil as they will play Game 2 of the season. Chiefs have won the last 7 meetings with L.A. Meanwhile, in NFL news, the Bills have put kicker Tyler Bass on injured reserve. Recently signed Matt Prater is expected to kick for the Bills on Sunday night. The Eagles have added another pass rusher, signing Sadarius Smith, who played for the Browns and the Lions last season. The agent for Bucs starting cornerback Zion McCollum has told ESPN's Adam Schefter the team has given his client a 3-year extension worth $48 million. Saints say defensive end Chase Young and guard Trevor Penning are both out for Sunday's opener against the Cardinals. Miami tight end Darren Waller is doubtful for Sunday's game against the Colts. He is dealing with a hip strain. Patriots cornerback Christian Gonzalez will not play in his team's opener on Sunday against the Raiders. He has a hamstring injury. Meanwhile, Michael Parsons is getting ready to face the Lions as a member of the Packers. He's still dealing with an injury, and there are some questions about whether he will be able to go. As far as the Packers, well, their head coach says he sees enough of that burst from his client.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. Week 1 in the NFL, college football, and, of course, Major League Baseball. And I'll recap it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge.
Let's ride!
Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload. Get the boy.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
Well, how's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers, and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR live from Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Glad to have you hanging out with us here on this Football Friday edition. Phil Steele, last hour we have, I don't know how to do it because we can't do all the drops and everything while we're on location. Can I just go, hey, Theriot?
Yes. Shabos!
That works. That'll work. I'll play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for coming out here. Is this the second time in your life you've been in here?
Third.
There was one time when we were doing, T-Bob and I were doing whiskey and wine, and we were sitting right over there.
Yep.
And you walked in, you like tapped us on the shoulder, said hi, and then you left.
Immediately walked out.
About a minute. It was like hi and bye. I don't know if you were even in here for 60 seconds.
It was too much.
Don? Yeah.
Well, I guess it was a big game. We won. This place was packed.
Yes.
And it just...
As it is wont to be.
T-Bob was yelling.
Yes.
It was too much.
That's about right. That's on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what happens here at Don Juan. We would do for games and for whiskey and wine and all. And we'll be doing quite a few Fridays, football Fridays here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. I know we'll be here for a handful of them that are already booked for the season, but maybe even more. We'll keep you posted on all that. But we love coming to Don Juan. It's a great vibe, great place to spend part of your Friday as we head into the weekend. TVs everywhere, as we always say. So come on, hang out with us here, have a craft cocktail. Maybe light a cigar like I'll do. You were doing this lighter a second ago.
That lighter's
What do you think about that?
man.
Look how red that torch is.
That's hot.
Isn't that amazing?
It's so hot.
So hot right now. Do you want one? Last time you were here, you had a pipe. Oh, we did the show here one time. You smoked a pipe. Remember?
I smoked a pipe because I wanted to smoke a pipe. Well, Gordy got me one, corncob pipe. Look at all that, bro. You're good at that.
It was a corncob pipe, wasn't it?
You're good at that. Look at you, man. You're a good cigar guy.
I like cigars.
Okay. It smells good in here.
By the way, Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Shout out.
I saw a bunch of the boxes next door.
Yeah, you can. So I know I've mentioned this. So when LSU won the national championship, Bocock did. By the way, shout out. The Bococks are LSU grads, LSU alums. They're building an awesome.
Is that their real name, Bocock?
Yeah, it's their last name. Yeah.
That's so good. God, I wish my last name was Bocock.
What about Lecoq?
Anything with cock in
I saw
it
Chris
would
Lecoq
be great.
a couple weeks ago.
Really? I mean, what a name.
Anyway.
Bocock.
Yep. So
here, what if first grade? Bocock here.
the national champion cigars for the baseball team, they sold a limited run of the boxes. Those are all sold out. So if you want the cigars, you got to come here. Like they got them next door in the retail shop.
Mm-hmm.
So, but come get your LSU cigars. They got 5 different types of LSU branded cigars. So
I'm gonna go buy a couple boxes.
Football, the baseball, powerhouse ones, the national championship ones, all different branded. So come here to Don Juan Cigar Bar, get your Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Well, by the way, so next Saturday for LSU Florida, Don Juan is going to be at the Bocock Tailgate in Tiger One, like in front of the PMAC.
Like the guy, Don Juan, or the place?
The place here, Don Juan. Don Juan will be doing a pop-up in front of the PMAC before Florida next week, I think 11 to 6, with Bocock Brothers.
Is that illegal? So you should be out there smoking?
Yeah, it's outdoors.
Dang.
Outdoors in Louisiana. You can smoke outdoors in Louisiana.
Yeah.
How's
they giving away cigars?
Probably selling them.
Are the Bococks going to be there?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sick.
Still gonna launch. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Week was good, man. Yeah, no, it was a great week. It was, we won the home opener, so that made everybody was just super excited and happy about that.
Well, tomorrow's the home opener.
We won the opener, excuse me.
The opener, yes.
Won the opener. That was exciting. I've been sad the last 5 years for football season, and I'm not sad, so it's good. So that was great. Kicking butt at Paris. Oh, T3. Turn up for T3.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Shout out T3. You guys are the best. And but yeah, so anyway, I got a letter. So it's been a good week. It was a good week.
Good. Love to hear that.
Georgie's on the homecoming court. That's cool.
Let's go, Georgie. I mean, of course.
That's awesome, except for I got to buy, 15 different outfits.
Why?
Because that's what Jonna likes to do.
Oh, for
everything.
For Georgia or for you? Oh, there's
Georgia.
multiple things. It's not just like the game?
No.
What else you got?
All kind of crap. But it's all right. It's okay. It's part of it. Part of the deal. So that's cool. But anyway,
your daughter's on the homecoming court. Make the most of it.
Yeah, well, we are. Trust me.
Good.
She's making the most of it.
You should.
So I got a letter. This is a good one, too. This letter is to Ruston, the city of Ruston.
Okay.
All right, so here goes. Dear Ruston, Louisiana, home of Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, heard that.
Well, more commonly referred to as Louisiana's, like LSU's little cousin who sucks at everything that they do. Gone are the days when the mailman is walking the halls or Kim Mulkey's dropping 35 on somebody's head. Terry Bradshaw is not throwing any more passes. And even when those folks were on campus, Louisiana Tech still sucked, Matt.
Phil Robertson.
Phil was blowing duck calls and throwing footballs, but they still sucked. It really doesn't matter who Louisiana Tech suits up. The result will always be the same. You guys are going to be heading north with your tail tucked between your legs after this game, and you're going to be taking the whooping of a lifetime. That's absolutely going to happen. It won't be a surprise either, because you guys are nothing but a glorified junior college. Actually, Louisiana Eunice would probably smash y'all in all sporting events, so maybe you're like a trade or a technical college. Probably be a better designation. Shoot, Matt, even West Monroe has better facilities than Louisiana Tech.
That might actually be true. I don't know that for a fact, but
true.
I mean, that might be true.
And West Monroe,
I think they just redid their stadium.
This is true. West Monroe's sporting events are better attended than Louisiana Tech sporting events.
Huh?
Your baseball field is called the Love Shack. That's stupid.
Really?
Yep. Not only is the name stupid, but Relief Windows Field at Traction is a lot nicer venue than y'all's field.
What about the Parish Construction Roofing Field?
The Parish Construction Roofing Field's nicer as well.
Shout out Relief Windows and Parish Construction Roofing.
Huge sponsors over at Traction. Just
Love
giving
that.
back, loving the kids.
Love that.
That's what we do.
Got to. Give them a nice place to play.
I think it's pretty clear how I feel about the dumb university up north, but I'm not letting Ruston off easy, the city. Let's be honest, Ruston, Louisiana is trash. It's best known for the Peach Festival. Ruston's, yeah, Ruston's 22,000 residents all gather together downtown to peddle their arts and crafts and throw peaches at each other.
That sounds pretty fun.
It's like an episode.
You love a festival.
I do, but I don't like that type of festival.
You and John love a festival.
When there's rides. I like rides, candied apples, popcorn.
I kind of feel okay.
John likes rides.
Okay, but I kind of feel like y'all would, like you wanted to go, hold on. Sorry to interrupt, but you wanted to go to Jazz Fest.
I do for the crafts. Yeah, I did. But theirs look good. There's some culture down in New Orleans, bro.
Fair.
There ain't a whole lot up in Ruston.
Fair.
Ruston's like an episode of Little House on the Prairie with all the illiterate farmers in one place. Because in Little House on the Prairie, nobody could read. It was a long time ago.
I get it.
You get it? Was that good?
No, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Makes all the sense
yeah,
in the world.
I mean, look, Ruston's it is a miserable place. It's not good at all. If it's food that you're looking
the
for.
illiterate farmers like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, Ruston is like that. If it's food that you're looking for, you pick the wrong exit off the interstate.
Oh, no.
Grown and Grazed, the Log Cabin Grill,
okay,
and the Freight House Food Park is all you have to choose from. And they all sound terrible. I mean, Grown and Grazed.
That sounds like a cow place,
That's
yeah?
the worst name that I've ever heard of in my life.
You grow the cow, they graze, and then you slaughter them and eat them.
No, to me it sounds like fat. Grown and Grazed.
What kind of food do they sell?
I don't know. I wouldn't know, and I'm not going to know because I would never go.
Okay.
Let's see. If you want to get a bad case of poison ivy, you can take a stroll through the Huckleberry Trails Park.
Sounds fun.
Actually, it doesn't.
Okay.
Or if it's abductions that you're into, you can try your luck at the Garland Gregory Hideaway Park. I'm sure there's no creeps hanging out over there. The Garland Gregory Hideaway Park. Are you serious, Ruston? That's a real place in Ruston, Louisiana. I asked ChatGPT to find me some shopping options up in Ruston, and it came up with the Rolling Hills Ministries thrift store.
There's no way that's true.
That is what happened.
There's no way.
That is 100%.
I'm not denying the fact that was one of the options. I'm not telling you that was the first or only option.
It came up. It came up.
What you're telling me is there was no Saks Fifth Avenue.
The Rolling Hills Ministries thrift store.
Thrift store. Oh.
But you know, Matt, with NIL and play, any school can grab a few good players and win a few ball games, but not in Ruston. Everyone's either broke, hooked on meth, or married to their cousin.
Oh, no.
Yep, those folks up there can't even spell NIL.
I get it. It's 3 letters. Got it. Got it.
Yes, LSU's going to dominate this game. And truthfully, I don't even know why we've agreed to play these clowns. Let's just hope everyone stays healthy. Sincerely, Ryan.
It's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Supper Club. Get your reservation, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. I was talking to Chef Layton earlier today, and reminder, if the game's sold out, if you're not going to the game, you want a place to watch, you can. There's 14 seats at the bar. And there's about 7 tables in the bar where you can see. They have about like a 110-inch HD projector in the lounge area to the right of the bar. So if you're interested, they're not a sports bar, but instead of going to a place where you're going to eat like a greasy hamburger and drink and slam some beers, if you want to go have like steak and a glass of wine and watch the game, go to Supper Club. They'll have the game on. SupperClubBTR.com for your reservations. SupperClubBTR.com. Remember, always open seating at the bar. So it's first come, first serve. You can walk on in, belly up to the bar, have a cocktail, have dinner at Supper Club, SupperClubBTR.com. And we are 4 days away from Dine with 9. So Joe Burrow Foundation. Joe's number, of course, is 9. September 9th is 9-9. So on 9-9, they're doing Dine with 9. Supper Club is donating 9% of all their revenue on the 9th to the Joe Burrow Foundation.
Wow.
Pretty cool thing.
Very cool.
So if you're looking for an excuse to get by Supper Club, the 9th, coming up in 4 days, is a great opportunity. Oh, and shout out to the Gillens from Erath. I was talking to Chef Layton earlier today. He said, bro, I got to call you and tell you this. A couple of tables were in last night. They heard it on the show. They're big AFR fans. And one of them, the Gillens, who came in from Erath to go to Supper Club.
Oh, wow.
They loved it so much they already booked reservations for their anniversary dinner coming up in a few months.
Very cool.
How about that? Shout out to the Gillens in Erath, who are big AFR fans and now big Supper Club fans.
Awesome.
SupperClubBTR.com. SupperClubBTR.com. All right. It is after further review. We're glad you're with us here. Theriot's here. We'll do Kick Rocks when we come back. We got a lot of, our guest picker is going to be here in 45 minutes from right now.
Yes.
This is going to be someone people are going to get used to. Our guest picker, now number 3.
Heck yeah.
You're going to want to hear that.
Yep.
I will do Kick Rocks next. Stay AFR.
AFR.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Obviously, you put a whole week's prep into this thing, and so, the big thing for all of our players we spent all week is let Sunday get here. Sunday will get here. You got to have a really good week. You got to focus on each day, get better. Wednesdays and Thursday practices aren't easy. It's not this, it's hard. You got to work through that, and then Friday you have a quicker practice. You got to play fast, but then you got to get ready to go on Sundays, and so, our guys are excited.
It's Kell Moore getting ready for his debut as the New Orleans Saints head coach. Certainly different than the preseason. What do you think that's like? By the way, Kell Moore is 36. I mean, is it weird? Like, he's younger than you and me.
Yep.
That's a weird thing for me. I mean, I guess I started doing this at a point where I was young enough to where all the professional, players and coach, well, not all the professional, but most of the players and coach were older than me.
Right.
And now it's flipped, which I guess that's just part of the circle of life. As the antelope beat the grass.
I think it's super
So we're
weird.
all connected in the great circle of life. That's from The Lion King. It's a movie.
Yeah, that is.
Anyway, what do you think it's going to be like for Kell Moore, 36?
We've seen some young NFL head coaches have some success. For Kell Moore in particular, it's going to be terrible because the Saints stink.
I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, so he's not going to have a great experience. But just being young and closer to age with the guys, especially nowadays, I think it's pretty cool actually.
Do you think it matters by sport? Because your managers were Piniella, Dusty Baker, Tony La Russa, Bochy. You had Mattingly. I guess Mattingly was.
He wasn't a manager. He was just a coach, like a hitting coach.
Who was the manager with the Dodgers?
Joe Torre.
Torre.
Old.
Oh God.
Old.
Yeah. Oh yes. I forgot Torre was the. Oh my God. I forgot you played under Torre. I mean, that was just half a season though at the trade deadline. But so yeah, you played for. You played for old managers.
I mean, relatability, I think, is really important, especially when you get up to that level. And then it's obvious, man, like the older guys, although they can try their butts off to be cool, they're old. I mean, it's just I'm not going to have as many things in common with a 65-year-old Tony La Russa as I would with,
But you love Tony.
But I love him. I mean.
And you love Bochy, too.
They're great. And
you didn't get along great with Piniella.
No, Lou was okay. Dusty was great, old. Lou was okay. I mean, I didn't like Joe Torre. I thought he was an idiot, but I still think he's an idiot. And I think that my wife, Jonna, although she knows a lot about sports, could have managed those Yankee teams to victories just like he did. But that's a whole nother story.
I don't know.
Anyway. No,
you mean anybody could go get Rivera in the ninth when you got a 3-run lead?
How hard is that? It's a pencil in Jeter at the top of your order every day for 20 years. I mean, Who's playing short? Jeter. Who's catching? Posada.
Oh, Bernie in center.
Who's playing center? Who's playing left? Who's playing right?
Paul O'Neill.
I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Man. I mean, they had a lot of Scott Brocious mixed in there. You did have some Soriano. Young Sori was great, man. I was sad when they traded him. But he became your teammate.
He did. I love the young coach.
Okay.
I never got to play for a young coach.
Okay.
Man, I just think that they have to be really good with, from the respect standpoint, because of the age gap's not very big. But you get a guy that has a little, he's got a little stuff to him, and is close in age. I think it's cool. Like Reed Brignac, our guy here from Santa Maria. Reed's working his way up, and he's a young guy, and I think he's going to be
is he managing in the minors, or is he a bench coach in the minors?
He's managing in the minors, and he's had some bench coach opportunities in the big leagues. He's going to be a big league manager.
Yeah, that's great.
And he's going to be great, man. And the players love him because of his relatability. So yeah, man, I think it's cool. Now, Kellen's going to have a terrible time because they're going to be horrible, and he'll be coaching in high school somewhere soon. But it's whatever.
I don't know that I believe that. By the way, just real quick before we get to Kick Rocks, if you missed the news today, Trevor Penning, Chase Young out for Sunday's game. Dylan Radins is going to replace Penning at left guard. Here was Kell Moore on the former Tennessee Titans second-round pick.
Dylan's just done an awesome job of just taking advantage of each opportunity. And, early in camp, he was kind of moving all over the place and just kind of trying to find his opportunity wherever it may present itself. And obviously this left guard spot, once Trevor got hurt, he pounced on the opportunity. And so I think he's just been a really steady player. He's played really well. And so he's put himself in a really good position to have a great Sunday.
And on the flip side, Chase Young's absence likely means more reps for an aging Cam Jordan, who has seen those reps diminish, but he's probably going to be relied on more on Sunday.
I certainly think he's still got that potential. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's had a really good camp, and you can just see, for him as he's ramped up through this whole training camp, you can see, how well he's been playing towards the back end of this thing, and he's in a great position to have a really good start to this season.
All right, it is after further review. We're going to give you a Saints and Cardinals pick later in the show. We'll give you LSU Louisiana Tech pick in the show as well. Got to remind you about the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020, 924-2020 for the Williamson Eye Center. You could wear glasses on the end of your nose like football cricket over here because you think it looks good and gives you edge or makes you look stately. Or you go to the Williamson Eye Center, get vision correction surgery, and never wear contacts or glasses again, which is what I did 7 years ago over at the Williamson Eye Center. Coming up, it was September 11th. Coming up on 7 years that I had my LASIK, and best decision I ever could have made. It is still to this day, 7 years later, it's incredible to wake up in the morning and just be able to see, not have to reach for your glasses, not have to fumble your way, through the room in the middle of the night, not to squint at the TV to see the bottom line on the ticker. Not having to struggle to see street signs when you drive. It's amazing to be able to see. And Dr. Blake Williamson gave me that gift. He can do the same for you. They're also sponsoring Federalis Fest coming up in October. Let me get you the exact date, but very cool music festival. Dr. Blake's a big music guy. I just recently went and saw Oasis in London. October the 4th.
Wonderwall?
Yeah. They had a reunion show. He went to the reunion show in London.
Like that.
October the 4th at Live Oak at Cedar Lodge. Federalis Fest, the Williamson Eye Center is sponsoring it. Federalisfest.com for more information and for tickets. And if you don't go to the Williamson Eye Center, you can kick rocks.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge, or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
I think you can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Happens every year about this time. The Saints get ready to start the season, and then people start getting hurt. So they stink to start the season, and then people get hurt, and then they really stink. I'm going to tell the Saints to kick rocks because they stink.
Why can't they keep people healthy?
But also I want to tell their training staff, whoever that is, I don't know who's doing it anymore. I know who it's not. It's not Bo Lowry, because when he was there, they were winning rings. And now he's not there anymore, and they get hurt. That's right. So anyway, those guys can all kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Let's see here. Jalen Carter can kick rocks.
Muse, can you give us I don't know if it's possible if you could give us that in the air so we could hear the kick rocks drop. I don't know if that's possible. If you could, that'd be great.
Jalen Carter can kick rocks.
It will echo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good news. We're good. It's not my first rodeo.
Kick rock.
Jalen Carter spit in Dak Prescott's face.
Okay.
6 seconds into the season opener and got ejected.
Can we also crush Dak Prescott for spitting on Jalen Carter?
Yeah, but he didn't get caught. Jalen got caught. Jalen got ejected. I mean, look, man, I get it. Dak stayed in the game, though. He kept playing.
I know everybody's talking about Jalen. Well, actually, I had this on the rundown for the next segment because I want to talk a little bit more about it.
Oh, that's my bad.
No, you're good. No, you're fine. Like, I'm glad you brought it up. But it's like, why is Dak Prescott not getting crushed, too? Because he spit on Jalen Carter first.
He didn't get caught.
I get it, he didn't get caught, but he spit on another man. Like, you want to crush Jalen Carter, fine. Crush Dak Prescott, too, because he spit on another man. Well, spit on me, I dare you.
He didn't get caught.
Dare you spit on me.
He didn't get ejected out of the game. And then last, your guy, Aaron Boone, and the New York Yankees
my guy.
can kick rocks.
Kick rock.
And my guy. I mean, 2003, he was my guy. Ain't my guy no more.
Taylor Trammell's just up there trying to live his best life, win some games for the Astros. And Aaron Boone decides to cause a big stink and confiscate the poor kid's bat and claim that it was shaved down and had pine tar and all that.
Was it?
No, is a total lie. And by the way, every one of those guys have pine tar and crap all over their bats. It's just Boone being Boone. He can kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rock.
That's it.
All right. I do want to talk to you a little more about the Jalen Carter thing. Jalen Carter talked about it after the game. Everybody talked about it after the game. I do want to get your thoughts on that. And also, we got another game tonight, Chiefs-Chargers, which I think is going to be really good theater. We'll give you a preview of that coming up. We'll get to Ask Ryan in about 15 minutes as well. We're here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Our friends over at Bocock provide. You sure you don't want a Bocock?
I think I'm gonna. We'll go get one during.
You don't want a Bocock?
Not in my mouth. I'll tell you that much.
Well, what else you can do with a cigar?
I'll hold it. I'd hold a Bocock in my hand.
They're delicious.
Some say.
Get the cutter, chop the end with the blade.
I'm taking it too far now.
Right on the tip?
Yeah,
you chop the
don't
tip.
chop the
You just cut the tip
You go
right
to jail
there.
for that. You can go to jail for that.
You cut the tip right there.
You cut the tip of a Bocock, you're going to jail.
And then you just, it's very supple. Caress it. You can bite it.
Stroke it. Can you stroke it?
I don't know why you would.
But you could.
You could.
If you wanted.
wanted to.
Could massage it a little. Okay.
Next Saturday, LSU, Florida. Our friends here from Don Juan Cigar Bar will be hanging out with the Bocock brothers at the Bocock Tailgate in Tiger One, like right in front between the PMAC and Tiger Stadium. So make sure you pop on by and see them there. It is After Further Review. Thrilled to have you hanging out with us here on this Football Friday. Home opener is mañana over at Tiger Stadium. We are brought to you by Arco. I'm going to tell you, man, I've was over at Arco yesterday. Have you been by there ever?
No.
Incredible company as I've learned more about Arco. Arco Power Systems, they provide industrial generators. That's what they do, industrial generators. So
big boys.
You got a business? Have you ever thought about what happens with your business when the power's out?
You can't make money.
That's a problem.
Yep.
So how do you get your power back on?
But we were talking about that at Parrish. We need a generator at the office.
Like legit. It doesn't matter what business you're in. If you own it, if you operate it, if you work in it, what happens if your power goes out?
Well, your computers don't work.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What if you're in retail?
You can't make coffee.
What if you're a gas station? What if you're a hospital? What if you're a roofing company? What if you're in whatever? Like, every business, every building needs a backup power option.
Yeah.
Arco Power Systems does that. ARCCO. They'll sell and install your permanent generators. They can rent them to you. If you own them, they can house them at their facility and then bring them to you, or you can pick them up when you need them. And they can service your industrial generators as well. It's Arco Power Systems. Oh, and by the way, they're from San Antonio to Mobile, and they're about to open up in Little Rock. So, like, gigantic company, which is awesome. So if you're a business, if your business needs backup power, Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com. Check it out, ARCCO, arco.com. All right, it's After Further Review, y'all. We'll get to Ask Ryan in about 15 minutes, so you can get your questions in for Mr. The Riot. Email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. When we come back, do you want to talk about Spitgate?
Okay.
A little more. What Jalen Carter had to say about it. And then also tonight's NFL game as well. And we'll get to Ask Ryan in just a smidge. Our guest picker is 27 minutes away. We'll pick the biggest games of the college football weekend. Zach Van Rosenberg was here last week. He went 8-2. Your boy went 5-5. You went 0-10.
Yeah, I missed last week.
Not only did you miss last week, but I sent you the games.
Yeah, look,
I sent you the games.
I'm not arguing
There
that.
is no,
I know.
I'm backdoor and trying to get you.
Nope. Not arguing
I sent with hours advance notice.
You did.
And you did not send your plays.
That's correct. That is correct.
It's AFR.
After further review.
Brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. You want to try some like BBC or something like that?
What did you just say?
BPC 157? BPC. BPC.
Wow. Man.
No, not that.
No, I haven't.
You're the worst.
I mean,
you're the worst.
I didn't know where we were going
You're
with that.
the worst. Goodwood Men's
I didn't
Sexual
say
Wellness. I said BPC 157. Body Protection Compound 157. It's a pentadecapeptide. How about that?
Is that what they're calling it now?
So stupid. Why can't you let me get through a live read ever? The worst. All right. At Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yes, the IVD treatments, they have so much more. Hormone replacement therapy. Dozens of different peptide options that can contribute to making you live and feel your most optimal self. It's yourgoodwood.com. Visit them online. Set up that consultation. Yourgoodwood.com.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
You know, it was a mistake that happened on my side, and it just won't happen again. You know, I feel bad for just my teammates and the fans out there. You know, I'm doing it for them. You know, I'm doing it for my family also, but the fans, you know, they show the most love. You heard them out there today. Just not being able to start the game, even finish the game, just fucked me up. But we're going to get it better. It won't happen again.
So Jalen Carter apologizing to his team, to everybody for spitting on Dak Prescott. Okay. By the way, after the game, here was Dak Prescott on the spitting incident.
I probably spit 1,000 times throughout the game, especially game day, maybe even in general, and something I guess I'm not proud of. But in that case, he was trolling, I guess you could say, trying to mess with Tyler Booker. I was just looking at him. I was right here by the two linemen, and guess I needed to spit, and I wasn't going to spit on my lineman, and I just spit ahead. But I would say he was back there where Jory was in that sense, and he asked, or he goes, "You trying to spit on me?" And at that point, I mean, I felt like he was insulting me. Like, I wouldn't spit on somebody. I'm damn sure not trying to spit on you. Like, we're about to play a game. I'm wondering why you're trying to mess with the rookie. And so when I stepped through, I actually say the words like, "What the hell would I, excuse me, but I'm probably even more colorful. What would I need to spit on you for?" And he just spit on me in that moment.
I mean, Richard Bruce said Prescott didn't spit on Carter. He spit in his direction. It definitely didn't hit Carter. The 14 HD angle shown during the rain delay showed that. So what you're telling me is Dak Prescott is about as accurate with his spittle as he is throwing the football. I don't care where the spit landed. Like, he just acknowledged. He spit in his direction, spit near him. The bottom line is Jalen Carter doesn't spit on Dak Prescott if Dak Prescott doesn't do it first. Like, you could very easily just tilt your head down and spit into the ground instead of spitting at another human being, especially a human being as large as Jalen Carter. It's ridiculous. What?
So Dak spit in Jalen Carter's direction.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter got pissed and spit on Dak.
Spit on Dak. Spit on his jersey. The ref saw it and kicked him out.
Well, I mean, listen, it's always the one that reacts the second one that gets caught.
That's fine. It doesn't absolve Dak from spitting at Jalen Carter the first time.
No,
that's my point.
Yep.
This is also something that I think you're going to love. So, you know, Ohio State had a big win last week, right?
They did.
So what do you do after you have a big game like that in the opener? What do you schedule the next week?
You schedule an easy game.
Yeah, a letdown. So Ohio State's going to play Grambling. You know who the Grambling coach is?
No.
New Orleans legend, former LSU assistant, Mickey Joseph.
Okay.
So Mickey Joseph is the coach at Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing the Grambling Tigers to the Shoe to play Ohio State this week. This is what Mickey Joseph said about this game.
Well, first of all, they got a great band, and we have a great band, and we're going to compete as a band. But I'm just joking right now. We understand what we're getting into. We understand what's going to happen. We understand it's not balance in the scholarships. It's not balance in what they have resources-wise and what we have resources-wise. But we all know why we're playing the game.
I mean, I respect the hell out of the candor. Mickey Joseph said we understand. Like, we know why we're playing the game. We're going to get a paycheck and to get our ass beat. I mean, the bands might be fun. But that's the thing. This is always my gripe with these games. Nobody wants to see it. It serves no functional purpose. It doesn't help you build a resume. It does nothing. Like, let us get to a point in college athletics where the Power Four is playing only the Power Four, and we get games we actually want to see. I mean, how insulting, how embarrassing for Mickey Joseph to have to say, like, we all know why we're going to play this game.
Yeah, because he's not gonna go up there and say, yeah, we're gonna compete and give them all. No,
we all know.
You're not actually. No, that is embarrassing. But hats off to him though for owning it.
What do you want him to do? The schedule's what it is. He's the coach. He's got to go play. They got to go. They're getting on a plane. They're flying up there. They're going to play a game.
You could always say the canned response. Anything can happen. Blah blah. Like, he didn't do that.
We had a great week of preparation. Going to work really hard. Give it our all. What you got there? What did you just grab anything?
Mm-hmm.
You just grabbed something. Why didn't you grab a boat?
So what do I do? Do I chew it?
Yeah, you can chew it.
Why do I do that? Why would I do that?
I mean, I'd probably cut it first.
Really? So before you chew it?
I would, yeah.
Just going to put it in my mouth and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Cut it right there. Just cut it. You can chew it, and then you can light it later.
Okay. Let's see here.
There you go. Look, ashtray. Here.
Okay. How big? Where do I cut
just
it
the tip. Just the tip.
Right at just the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Just the tip. There you go. And you missed the ashtray. That's, wow.
So now what do I do? Just put it in there. Just stick it in. See what happens. Just stick it in and see what happens, eh?
See how it feels. What do you think?
Feels good.
What do you think? You like it?
Yeah. How's it look?
Looks like a cigar. What do you think? Alondra can't take any more of this.
Yeah.
Doing a show with you at a cigar bar is obnoxious. I love it, though. It's so good.
It's in my mouth.
So, of course, the big weekend winner a week ago, Ohio State beating Texas, LSU beating Clemson. On the opposite end of that spectrum was Alabama losing to Florida State. Did you see that Alabama lost to Florida State?
Yeah.
Did you see me ride the horse on Monday?
Yeah, it was really good.
You liked it?
I was very proud of you. Yeah, I was proud to be your friend during that whole thing.
Why?
It was well thought out. You were committed to the skit, all the way down to the horse, and you brought it into the show. I thought it was great. How happy were you?
Bro, you have no idea. Like, and really it's just every time they lose, it allows me to perpetuate the bit. Like, I can continue advancing the bit. Like, I mean, yes, of course I want them to lose. I want them to be miserable. I want them to lose all the time.
Yeah.
That's I want LSU to win. I want Alabama to lose. But then, like, I don't want anybody to win. But the Alabama people are a special kind of different. And rotate, turn it. Look, put it. No. Look. Wait. Do it here. Here's what we're gonna do. All right. You're gonna hold it like this. Right. All right. You want to burn the side of it too much, right? So you're gonna evenly distribute the flame. So we like this. See, getting a good even distribution.
I'm ready to suck.
All right, here you go. All right. Now, when we light it, you're going to want to turn it, right? Turn it so it's getting equal flame. Yep. There you go. Not bad.
Feels pretty good.
Look at you. You're natural with a stick in your mouth.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Watch this.
Let me see it.
Did I look like Joe? Did I look like Burrow? Watch this.
Yeah,
Hold on,
a little
ready?
bit, yeah. Look at that.
Does that look like Burrow?
So good. Y'all should be watching Theriot smoke his first cigar at age 45.
I feel like Burrow right now.
Is this your first cigar at age 45? Did you smoke cigars when y'all won the World Series?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember much. I don't think no.
There's actually photos in your office at Parrish. I'm fairly certain of you, like, with a cigar.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
All right. I wanted to play this.
Pretty good. It feels good.
So Max Brown, college football writer over at ESPN, was asked if Kalen DeBoer makes it through this season at Alabama.
The buyouts, as we all know, are crazy these days. And I believe I saw the number of like $70 million, and that's coming out of the same pool that you need to go get your next quarterback. And you need to go get your offensive left tackle, right tackle, both your entire offensive line. So I think we won't see programs cutting bait as quickly. That being said, and I made this take the other day, last year's coaching carousel was very light compared to the year prior. I believe there was only one Power 4 head coach fired before bowl season last year. So the teams that may have waited last year, it could come to a head. There's some aging head coaches, so it would not surprise me at all if, November, December, there's a lot of moving pieces. But I do think, it's only year two. I do think DeBoer finishes the year out for sure.
I think he'll finish the year. The question is, do you think they recover enough to where he gets a third year?
No, I mean, I don't care if he's a great coach or not a great coach. He's never going to do good there. Like this experiment was never going to work with him.
Interesting.
I don't think it really matters who it was.
Interesting that you say that now.
Yeah.
If only someone would have said that the day he was hired.
Well,
dude, if they lose to ULM, did you hear our bit this week? If they lose to ULM, I'm going to Monroe, doing the show from the field at Monroe, dressed up like the Warhawk.
Can you do that? Are they going to let you do it?
Yes. This morning I had a let's call it a soft confirmation this morning that I will be welcomed. Another reason to cheer for ULM this weekend. Alondra, we might be going to Monroe. one day.
I've never been there, so I'm down.
Oh, it's so awesome. It's such a great place.
Is it anything like Ruston?
Very similar to Ruston.
It's after further review. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're going to knock out our final break here of hour number 2. Our guest picker in about 15 minutes from right now. When we come back, we'll do Ask Ryan. Get your questions in here on AFR.
After further review.
AFR is brought to you by Duplessis Builders, duplessisbuilders.net, duplessisbuilders.net. You need to build a pool? You call Duplessis Builders. Why? I'll give you 3 really good reasons, okay? Number 1, Derek Duplessis is a mechanical engineer. So with that background, he doesn't cut corners. He's going to build you an amazing product that's going to last, okay? The industry average for a workmanship warranty is 1 year. At Duplessis, give you a 10-year workmanship warranty. 10 years. Number 2, they support the Tigers. Derek is an LSU alum, and so he does NIL deals with LSU players. Did one with Jacob Myers during the baseball season, last year with Harlem Berry and the late Kyron Lacey. Now, 3 premier LSU commitments, including Lamar Brown, Bryson Martinez, and Richard Anderson, and, oh, by the way, Trey'Dez Green as well. Supports the Tigers. And number 3, awesome dude. They're great people. You're going to love the experience of working with Duplessis. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Parrish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parrishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parrishbuilt.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com. While Louisiana politics can seem like they're from another planet, Moon Griffon isn't afraid to bring politicians back down to earth. Listen to the Moon Griffon Show weekday mornings at 9 on Talk 107.3.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Mornings with Brian Haldane is the only live and local talk show in the capital city. Get the news from the newsmakers, along with...
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Whoa, how my ladies in a place, living cute in the face,
Wrapping up hour number 2, we are live at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Y'all come on by, have a cocktail, you got $10 old fashioned, smoke a premium cigar, have a great time, watch some sports on TV, hang out this weekend here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Let's get to Ask Ryan. You know the drill. Get your questions in. You can ask Theriot anything about anything. Here's Kevin. Ask Ryan. Recently went on a bow fishing trip in Hopedale. Had an amazing time. Have you ever been bow fishing?
I have been bow fishing. and it's fun. I don't like it because you got to do it at night and all that, and you can't really see what's going on. But, I mean, it's cool. It's something to do.
Ask Ryan, why would you circumcise a cigar?
I don't know.
That's weird. Ask Ryan, all this spit talk, did you spit on the bowcock before you put it in your mouth?
Gnawed on it a little bit. I didn't. I wouldn't say I bit the bowcock. I gave it some teeth, though, just to let it know I was there.
Matthew, ask Ryan, does ULM have a shot at rolling the Tide this Saturday, pulling an upset like in 2007?
I don't think so. No, they don't. They're not going to catch them sleeping. Those guys are pissed.
Chris, ask Ryan, now that he has the bowcock tip trimmed and in his mouth, does he feel like pulling it back and spitting on it? I can't do these anymore. I can't.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not that type of guy.
Sean, ask Ryan, how much of a tool is Dabo for his press conference comments? I'm surprised he didn't get one of your kick rocks. You didn't hear it, did you?
I did hear it. I did hear it. Yeah, he's an idiot, man. He's an idiot. It's all theater for that guy, though. He's living in a fantasy world.
Ray, ask Ryan, start one, bench one, cut one.
Okay.
Boiled shrimp, boiled crawfish, boiled crabs.
Crawfish is starting. I'm going to bench the shrimp, and then I'm cutting the crabs.
So much work.
Too much work.
It's just too much work. It's delicious. It's just too much work.
I'm cutting them, yeah.
Thomas, ask Ryan, should Jinglegate haters kick rocks? That's a Morning Scone reference. People who don't like the Parish Construction and Roofing jingle.
People don't like it?
Well, there's like one guy named Dale. He doesn't like the jingle. I play it every day on Morning Scone. He doesn't like the jingle. My niece Sophia doesn't like it either. And so there's like three people. It's Dale, my niece Sophia, and then one other guy. And so I play it every day just to kind of annoy them.
Yeah,
they can sell some roofs at Parish Construction and Roofing.
Yeah, they can kick rocks.
Greg Lehman asked Theriot, man, that was a big win, am I right?
Yeah, you're right, Greg. That was a big one, Greg, for sure. You're right, bud.
It's just, hour 3 is next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows door siding. That was a big win. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Energy efficient replacement windows. Beautiful entry doors. Hardy plank vinyl siding. They do it all. They do it better than anyone else. And they do offer a true lifetime transferable warranty, as the Riot family has learned.
Yes.
You buy windows at Relief Windows. I don't know, young Houston Theriot fires a remote control through a window and breaks glass. Who's coming to replace it?
They're coming. Relief is. It's lifetime warranty. Doesn't matter how it gets broken, they come and do it. But the best thing is, they look like they were never there. Clean up after themselves, whole deal.
288-8138, 288-8138, 288-8138, or ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding. They do shutters as well. They'll beautify the exterior of your home, lower your energy bills. They're the best. It's Relief Windows, and online at ReliefWindows.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When it comes to pipe fabrication, time is money. And at River Parish Contractors, we make every second count. Our 36,000 square foot shop is ready to take on your projects right now. With experienced welders, precise fittings, and fast turnarounds you can trust. Whether it's a single custom spool or a full-scale run, we have the capacity and the skill to keep your job on schedule. Call us or visit rpcontractors.com for your quote. That's rpcontractors.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam, and the the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Tiger Country is 100.7 The Tiger. In the car on 100.7 FM or on the 100.7 The Tiger app. 90s country and beyond. 100.7 The Tiger.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Ed Bank, and we are about 2 hours away from kickoff for the second game of the NFL season. The Chiefs and the Chargers doing battle in Brazil. Kansas City will look to keep rolling against L.A. Chiefs have won 7 straight against the Chargers. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey is listed as questionable for Sunday's opener with the Seahawks. He did not practice as he continues to deal with a calf injury. Micah Parsons is listed as questionable. He did practice for the Packers today. Even with his questionable status, Coach Matt LaFleur says he can still see that superstar speed from Parsons.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a freak, so that certainly it stands out when he's out there.
Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw is out for Sunday's opener against the Titans due to a thigh injury. The Bills have put kicker Tyler Bass in injured reserve. Recently signed Matt Prater is expected to kick on Sunday. The Eagles have signed defensive end Darius Smith. Saints say defensive end Chase Young and guard Trevor Penning are both out for Sunday's opener against the Cardinals. Baseball, Cubs winners over the Nationals 11-5 at the U.S. Open. Carlos Alcaraz has reached the finals after taking out Novak Djokovic in straight sets.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge.
Let's ride!
You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Guess who's back again?
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Let me find out your Wayne Spanks. Let me find out your Wayne Spanks. The 100
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR live from Don Juan Cigar Bar. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you are driving home with us. Theriot's here and the new voice of Tiger Stadium, the new public address announcer for your Fighting Tigers of LSU, Dixon Wallace McMakin, joining us here on site. How are you, man? Great to see you.
Great.
Thanks.
Go Tigers, man. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for popping by. All right. So how psyched are you?
Pretty pumped. Found out last Monday had to kind of keep it a secret for a little bit for a lot of people. Press release went out this week, so it's official. I can come talk to you guys and hang out. Was thinking about it over here. You know, what's the dream of a kid growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? Well, that dream is to be Ryan Theriot.
Oh, jeez.
And to win a 2000 College World Series, to play, win that final one, do the helmet.
Yeah.
But if you, as Skip Burtman told me one time, your lack of ability, you could have played on my team. What's the next best thing? Be an announcer. And now this opportunity to come after Dan Bournet, just truly the legend that he was. Had lunch with him this week. Kind of did a passing of the torch at Phil's Oyster Bar, which he did 40 years ago with Sid Crocker. And we talked about that. And really excited. Have done the test. Hayes in the barn. I'm ready for tomorrow night.
Are we do we have to wait and see, or are we going to have any new, you're obviously going to put your new spin on things. Can we get like a test run here? Or?
Yeah, what's your
encourage everybody, come out to the stadium tomorrow night. Come out to the stadium. Let's hear it live when it happens.
I want a sneak peek.
It took Dan. I could tell you some of the things I'm not going to be saying.
Okay.
What are those?
Penalized? So one of those, no, I'm going to throw it in there. I want
penalized?
you, we're going to have a McDonald's.
Dan has said, I've heard him say this many times, if you go in the dictionary, there are multiple pronunciations, acceptable pronunciations, but the first one formally listed is penalized, which is why he always said penalized instead of penalized. People say, why I said it? Because it's literally the preferred first pronunciation of that word.
And with the vibration in the stadium and the echo of it, you try to really stress each syllable as much as you can for clarity for all the fans that are out there. But one thing I wanted to do, but we're not going to do it, is, I love in the south end zone it says, "Welcome to Death Valley." Hopefully they put up a real, or the real Death Valley. But when the other team runs out, I'd love to say something like, "Hey, Tiger fans, let's welcome those Bulldogs to Death Valley." And then what do you think would happen? Just the onslaught of boo. You should never encourage booing. So
you're asking to welcome them.
Yeah, they just want them to welcome them.
But don't
not
they?
Do that
I like that.
But don't they also, they've timed it now to where the visitors are running out while LSU's running out to try to dissuade that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So everything, I got a script, playbook, 22 pages for tomorrow.
Wow.
First thing I'll say is 90 minutes before the game, I'll welcome the band into the stadium. 47 minutes before the game, we'll welcome all the fans, the Tiger greats around there, and then we'll get rolling and figure about 9:45 we'll be done, and I can breathe.
Are you nervous?
Done. Not nervous, excited.
Excited, yeah.
Excited, yeah. Not nervous, excited. Been, done 2 spring games.
Yeah.
Matt mentioned that at your show last week. Been doing LSU sports for 5 years. Been announcing for Catholic High for 10. Goes back to Catholic High when I was a student, reading at church. It's not as complicated as people think it is. Keep it simple. It's not like St. Aloysius carpool. That's complicated. This is simple. So keep it simple. Keep it enjoyable for the fans, and have a good time.
That's awesome.
Is there anything that you had to learn?
Had to learn players' names, of course. But other than that, most of the reads we've done, I've done it basketball. I did all of basketball last year, softball, volleyball, those sports. So, getting up in the booth today, right, was just where we're going to be, where you're looking, where you're going to see it's a new microphone just for me. So that's exciting to have a new mic up there, and spotters, marketing team. Got a spotter, got a guy coming with me. Mitch Rabelais is going to be my spotter for game 1. He's he's been up there with Dan before, so he's seen the show, knows what it's like. But as you know, Matt, from our Catholic High days, I make my own spotting boards. I do it. I like to learn it and read about it and learn. So really excited what an opportunity it's going to be. I know my PGA Tailgate guys, they're going to critique the heck out of it. So if anyone else wants to critique, that's great. But I got 30 Tailgate guys that'll be there. They'll critique everything.
It's interesting. We went through about 10 years ago a change with the voice of the Tigers when Jim Hawthorne retired and Chris Blair took over. And I said it last week whenever we got the word that that you were going to be taking over for Dan. I think it's exciting that people are just generally resistant to change. We like comfort. It's just I think that's human nature. But I think it's cool that there's another, the next generation of fan is now going to have their experience of what Tiger Stadium will sound like. My whole life it's been Dan Bournet. And so there are young fans who are going to go to Tiger Stadium. Someone will be in Tiger Stadium for the first time tomorrow. And for them, you are what it's going to sound like. And that's a really cool thing to think that that's, we're living through this era of that change. That'll be something that hopefully we last for a long time, unless you screw it up and get fired.
Yeah, exactly. Dan's voice, he's from the Bayou, right? He's from Thibodaux area. Yeah. So I call him, Bayou Bornay.
Yeah.
My mom's from Memphis. My dad's from Monroe. I'm more of a Louisiana Delta booming voice. So that will be a difference for some people. Yeah. It is louder. I am louder.
What could get you fired?
What? There are lots.
If you curse,
you in the booth with me would probably get me fired.
If you curse, would you get fired?
Yes.
What if you just slipped up? I mean, do you get a slap on the wrist?
There's no reason ever to curse.
What if one just slipped? The guy's wearing a purple jacket. He likes LSU. What if they did something and he's like, son of a, and then, like, do you just get
like a hot mic? A hot mic situation.
So my mic in Tiger Stadium is an actual button push mic. So it is not. It's not going to be hot unless my finger's on the button pushing it. The different mics we use.
Technology never malfunctions ever.
Yeah.
So ever. It never malfunctions.
No, I get. I'm a fan. I'm a true fan. Right? I was at LSU for 8 years. A lot of your viewers might. Whoa, 8 years. Likes.
He's a doctor. Dr. McMakin.
Technically, Juris Doctor. Yeah, that's right. 3 degrees. But
what could get you fired? I want to talk about that.
Anything that would get Matt fined on the radio would definitely get me fired.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes.
All right. I got
Having you on every Friday, he
talking about
his life.
Hey, we're not talking about Bocox.
We toe that line.
Yes.
We've been able to avoid it, thankfully. But T-Bob and I, on Whiskey and Wine, no rules on the internet.
Yeah,
anything
no
like
rules,
that. But I don't think any of that's going to make its way into the booth there in Tiger Stadium.
Man, I'm excited.
Can we get any kind of tease?
There's really no. I don't know what you want to. Here's the deal. Well, here's the deal. Dan Bornay's great quote from Shakespeare is, "The play is the play.
Yeah.
The game is the game." So the game excitement dictates how excited I am. What the score is going to be. My first touchdown call tomorrow will be louder than the fourth quarter touchdown. We're already up 48-0 over Tech.
Yes.
Those calls will be different. Now you get a overtime Alabama victory. What do you say in the moment?
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
For the people that have never announced, why when we won the title in 2015 did he say the Brothers of the Sacred Heart for some years? People, remember, had told you that, right? It was kind of in your head.
We had the conversation earlier in the day.
And, so that's how it kind of works. So as people are telling me stuff throughout the day, that will get in my head, and we'll try to get it out there. But McDonald's will be said.
Yeah.
Penalized will be said to see if people can hear the difference.
Okay.
But we have just...
Do you have something you want him to maybe mix in there? I'm trying to think, because I would love for him to mix something in and know that it was like we suggested.
What about the word serendipity?
Well, I think if you tell the people and then I do it, it's not going to be a thing. So maybe off air we'd have to try to do that.
There's bound to be somebody listening or watching right now, or someone who will be in the stadium who is not listening or watching right now, so they wouldn't know we were doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the people who will be in the stadium are probably listening or watching right now, or will watch this. We'll clip it, put it on social, and say, this is what Dixon's going to say.
This could be a thing. We could do this once a week.
There's 102,320 people right now watching.
I would say by the time we clip, post-produce, live, Baton Rouge, Alexandria, Lafayette, Lake Charles, YouTube, post-production on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's a big show.
102,320 best friends. See you tomorrow.
When you say penalized, could you say penalized like that?
If I was coughing in the moment, maybe it would sound like that.
All right, it's after further review. Dixon McMakin's with us. We're at Don Juan Cigar Bar. It's our guest picker segment, but let's do this so we stay on time. Let me break. We'll come back, and we'll pick the top 10 games. By the way, your boy struggled last week. Von Rosenberg nailed it. Theriot no-showed, so he wears the collar.
Ooh,
so we'll come back after this break, and we'll pick the 10 biggest games of the college football weekend, including LSU and Louisiana Tech. We're live at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Don't you move here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. Complete employer solutions, Glow Resources and glowresources.com. I think everybody knows, especially since COVID, the hiring market has been tough. It's been tough to find quality, reliable people en masse to remain effective, efficient, to maximize productivity and profitability within your business. That's just a reality for anyone who has gone through the hiring process over the last 5 years. You need Glow Resources. They're the answer. Jareth Naka and his team, they built an awesome staff, and they are experts at helping you find the right people in your industry to make sure that you maximize productivity. They interview some 15,000 people over the course of a year. They know the questions to ask to find the right people. It's Glow Resources. So check them out online at glowresources.com. GLO, glowresources.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
My bad. We're just over here talking. We're back. We're literally live on the air.
Go Tigers!
All right, Dixon McMakin, the new voice of Tiger Stadium, public address announcer for Death Valley, be making his debut in Tiger Stadium Saturday night against the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Every Friday, we do our guest picker segment. He'll do the honors. Muse, if you would, hit us with the music. 1 week ago, we tried to draw some from some 2019 LSU Clemson vibes. So we brought Zach Von Rosenberg in.
Okay, nice.
Wore his 2019 ring, placed it right here on the table. And old Von Rosenberg went 8-2 in the 10 games.
Whoa.
I went 5-5.
Yikes.
Not great. Not great out the chute.
How'd Theriot do?
Theriot no-showed, and so you get a bagel.
I'll take it.
And this isn't me cheating.
It's not. I'll take it. You sent me the games.
You the games. I sent you the games at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You did. Look.
You did not reply.
You didn't cheat on this one.
I've never cheated on this.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
This was the first time you sent me the games. And I dropped the ball. And that's okay. I'm me climbing myself out of a hole. I'm good with that.
What?
I'm just here to have fun in the middle of this argument right now.
We're not fighting. We're not fighting. I just refuse to be accused of being a cheater.
Yep. I didn't accuse you of cheating.
But here's the good news. Here's the good news for you. I was so bad in week 1, you can make up the difference.
Yeah.
It's just 5 games. And I didn't go with a bunch of games that were just layups, so I could go 10-0. I didn't pick games like a 40-point spread, so I can go 10-0.
Okay.
So we're 5-5.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Week 2, 10 games, picking winners, no point spreads. Illinois at Duke. Illinois is creeping up on the top 10 in the country. Darian Mensah, the former Tulane quarterback, now at Duke.
Yep.
Illinois at Duke. Dixon, who you got?
Yeah, Illinois is number 11 heading to Duke. They're both 1-0. Illinois is going to take that one, though.
All right, he likes the Illini and Burt.
At Duke?
It's at Duke.
Give me Duke here.
Going Duke. I don't hate the pick of Duke. I think Illinois is better on the line of scrimmage, and I like their defense. Plus, Luke Altmaier, remember the Ole Miss quarterback?
Yeah.
He's back at Illinois. I'm going to...
Who doesn't?
Without a great degree of confidence, I am going to pick Illinois to win this game. So I think that's going to be a great game. That's in the 11 a.m. window. All right, the Cy-Hawk Trophy. Iowa State in Ames. Which way does it go?
Yeah, Iowa State's at home. They're 16th in the country. They're going to win that one.
Yeah,
all right, Dixon, go with Iowa State.
Give me Iowa State as well.
This is one where Muse and I were talking about it yesterday. Like, the under generally hits in this game.
It's Iowa. Every under hits for Iowa.
But that's what we were talking about. Because that was the whole thing 2 years ago. But last year, everyone kept betting unders, and they kept going over.
Yeah.
And so, Vegas finally properly adjusted for Iowa, and the game started going over. So this is an interesting one to see where it'll fall. Iowa State's been really impressive. Like, they're very impressive against Kansas State in Dublin 2 weeks ago. They played an FCS opponent last year, but last week blew the doors off them. I just think Iowa State is better than Iowa, and I do think Iowa State's going to win this game at home in Ames. Dave Aranda, the Fighting Arandas, in Dallas against SMU, the Ponies. Mr. McMakin.
Ponies at home. They're 17th the country, 1-0. No offense, Dave, but you're going to lose. Give me the Ponies.
Yeah, I'm going SMU as well. I love Dave Aranda. I think he's awesome, but as a coordinator.
Kevin Jennings, whenever, and I think this is a close game, I'll typically go coach, quarterback, venue are the three things I consider. I don't know that I believe Rhett Lashley is dramatically better coach than Dave Aranda, but I do like Kevin Jennings over Sawyer Robertson and SMU's at home. I'll take the Ponies.
Jennings, remember Jennings? We talked about that.
They were in the playoffs a year ago.
He makes a good point.
Yep.
Look, a-holes, I'm sitting there actually giving good information.
No, I'm with you. Jennings is a guy.
There's one SEC game. It's Ole Miss at Kentucky.
Hunt Palmer earlier called this the pick of the year.
And Hunt Palmer is dead wrong.
God, so I'm going to go with Hunt and go with Ole Miss, the Rebels.
Ole Miss at Kentucky. Yeah, Ole Miss is going to win that game.
So this is the, as Jimmy Ott would say, the Roto-Rooter stinky line of the week. It's Ole Miss favored by 8.5. It was 10. It's coming down. This game is historically close. It's a bad matchup for Ole Miss. It's in Lexington. Like, this is just a stinky line. Ole Miss should go and beat the brakes off of Kentucky. So you look at an 8.5-point spread.
That's why we picked them.
And it's right, but the point is the spread keeps coming down. I love Kentucky and the points in this game. I'll hesitantly pick Ole Miss to find a way to win it, but I do. Hunt was saying it's like that Ole Miss was going to blow the doors off of Kentucky. I do not think that's the case. I think this is going to be a close game. I would take Kentucky in the points in this game, but I will take Ole Miss to win it. All right, we've had no disagreement whatsoever. We'll see if we get it here. Kansas at Missouri, border war for the first time since Missouri came into the SEC.
Kansas is 2-0, right? They've already had 2 victories on the season. Missouri's 1-0, but what do you do there? Mizzou's at home, SEC at home. Give me Mizzou.
Kansas.
So
I like their colors.
I am not in any way impressed.
And they got a lot of money, by the way.
By Mizzou beating the crap out of Central Connecticut State or whoever it was last weweek. Kansas is already 2-0. Very impressive for 2 weeks. And week 1, a very good win over Fresno. Love Jalen Daniels, their quarterback.
Cousin?
No relation. I don't care that this game is in Como. That's an awful venue with rocks in the end zone. It's a stupid place to play football.
Yeah,
I think
it
the
is.
Kansas Jayhawks go into Como and upset Missouri. Give me Kansas.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Hell yeah.
What about another Mississippi State hosting another SEC hosting a Power 5? Arizona State at Mississippi State. Dixon.
Arizona State, they are, 12th, 17th the country?
12.
I mean, that's top 15.
You wrote a 2. That's a 2. It's 12.
Okay.
They're
yeah.
12. That's a 2.
I was pre-med at LSU for a week, but give me Arizona State over the Bulldogs. Over the Bulldogs.
Where's this game at?
In Starkville.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Arizona State.
Yeah, they could play it on the moon. I'm picking Arizona
right.
State.
Yeah.
Vandy at Virginia Tech.
Ooh.
Vandy's 1-0. Virginia Tech is 0-1, but it's at home. Virginia Tech, Theriot, they lost last week. You know they lost to? No, you don't. Of course not. They lost to South Carolina.
I did watch that. I watched a little bit of it.
24-11. Linares Selders, Shane Beamer. South Carolina is a lot better than Vanderbilt, so that's why I'm going to take Virginia Tech at home to beat Vanderbilt.
Okay. That was a very circuitous route to get to that pick. I'm not sure exactly what you said, but I like the pick. Go ahead.
I'm going to go Virginia Tech because I like Michael Vick.
So Dixon, did you say Vandy or Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech.
All right, so we're all going to go Virginia Tech. And I actually I waffled on this. I originally, because we gave this pick for our staff picks, and I originally gave Vandy, and I changed my mind. Night game in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech's quarterback last week, the transfer was atrocious. Couldn't hit water, fell out of a boat. But I do think Virginia Tech at home, I just not a believer that Vanderbilt's ready to be awesome. I know Diego Pavia's got some great swag and everything. Then they're a veteran team.
I got some.
I'm gonna take Virginia Tech at home, and they got beat last year in overtime, double overtime or in overtime at Vanderbilt. I don't think Virginia Tech's gonna be sleeping. I think they're gonna be up for this game, even after getting a dump truck last week by South Carolina. Physical game, but I do like Virginia Tech at home. I'm not super confident, but I'll take Virginia Tech at home. Oklahoma State at Oregon. This is only on the rundown because it's two name brand programs, but and the two coaches have been fighting all week about their NIL budgets.
The Ducks, that's easy. Ducks are going to dominate.
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah, it's like a 4-touchdown line. We're all going Oregon. But Mike Gundy's a man. He's 52.
He's a man.
55 now. Was it 07 when he did I'm a Man, I'm 40? I think it was 07.
Ooh, I'm 40 next year. I got
so that's 57.
I get to do the whole deal for Halloween, the mullet.
I'm a Man, I'm 40.
You have to.
Ooh.
Let's see how old Mike Gundy is. I think that was 2007 when he did the I'm a Man, I'm 40 thing. I could be wrong.
58.
50, so it had to be, yeah. That was 2007 when he did the I'm a Man, I'm 40 thing. All right, 2 more games. The big one on the entire docket. Game day will be in Norman. Battle of the Blue Bloods. Hail of the Victors against Boomer Sooner. Michigan at Oklahoma. Dixon.
Michigan's number 15 in the country. OU's 18. Last week, Michigan won 34-17. Freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood. OU last week, 35-3. So that OU defense only allowed 3 points. They're going to be at home. A freshman quarterback heading into Norman. Can he pull off the upset? I say no. Give me Boomer Sooner, Oklahoma, to take down Michigan.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Good job. That was a good one.
Thanks, dog.
You talked me into it.
Go Tigers, the Riot.
There is an Ice Cube's chance in hell that I am picking Bryce Underwood ever in anything. Ever. Probably not. I'll probably pick him at some point along the way.
Boomer
He's probably going to be a good player. I understand that. I'm super bitter. I hate that he plays at Michigan. But you are talking about a freshman quarterback going on the road, his first road start, night game, Norman, Oklahoma. Place is going to be bonkers. Brett Venables' defense.
My grandma was playing in Oklahoma.
How about some love? How about some love for the Tomahawk Shop? I don't know who they play this week, but I much love and respect to Florida State for allowing me the opportunity to saddle up on a white horse. Shout out to the honorees. Mr. Harvey was out there, helped me get up on the horse. Had a nice little step ladder for me there, but I got to dress up like Chief Osceola, wear a Warwick Dunn jersey, and ride a white horse, throw a spear in the ground. Love it.
It was good.
Thank you, Florida State. All right, Louisiana Tech, LSU. The voice of Tiger Stadium will speak.
5:43. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and your Fighting Tigers of LSU. And then 60 points later, it's going to be good night, drive home safely, and as always, Go Tigers. Fantastic. First game. So glad we're 1-0. Everyone's been talking about that. I could mess up a good bit tomorrow. Don't think people are going to care too much.
I don't think so, man.
Which is great. Give me kind of a test run. The Tigers are going to dominate. Been around the facility more this week than I was all last year, recording things and being around them. They seem just jacked up to get out there and dominate the Bulldogs. So LSU all the way.
LSU? Of course.
You remember when we had the last time LSU played Louisiana Tech in 2018 and Carl Malone was our guest picker? Mm-hmm. And God bless, it was Carl and KJ were on together.
Wow. Yeah.
And Carl picked Louisiana Tech. Like, part of me respects the loyalty, the allegiance, because I'm like, I just want to win at everything all the time. So I'm never going to go, like, tank a pick just because. But I kind of respect Carl for picking Tech then. And he was sitting next to his son who played at LSU.
Yeah, flip phone. Didn't he have a flip phone?
He had the flip phone. He still has it.
Yeah.
Well, he did then in 2018. Like, he still had the flip phone. Anyway, Dixon, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks, guys. Go
Congratulations.
Tigers.
We're excited for you, man. Dixon McMakin, the new voice of Tiger State and public address announcer, replacing Dan Bournet after 40 years at the mic, starting Saturday, the start of a new era with Dixon as the voice of Tiger Stadium. We're excited for it, man. Good luck tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
excited for
Go
you, man.
Tigers.
All right, it's after. Oh, by the way, Dixon now is going to leave here, go to Memorial Stadium, and call the Cali Bears whipping up on Destrehan, which you can hear right here on 104.5 ESPN in Baton Rouge.
6:45.
We get another one this year? We're hanging banners?
Yes.
We need a new trophy case over there on Hearthstone Drive?
We do. Theriot's going to build it. Paris Construction.
Let's go. Paris Construction. We'll build the trophy case.
Build it.
All right, y'all. It's after further review. We'll knock out a quick break.
And put a roof on it. When
we come back, we'll give you our preview prediction on Saints and Cardinals. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark in the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown, two amazing hotel properties in Baton Rouge. Again, the Watermark in downtown Baton Rouge. Renaissance, which today becomes football ops. The LSU football team, every home game, they move their operations into Renaissance Baton Rouge right there on Bluebonnet. So I say it often. If this property can host the entire LSU football program, the players, the coaches, the staff, all of it, have the grand ballroom for their team meals. If they have they can configure all their other rooms for breakout meetings, for position groups and all that stuff. They can host whatever event you got. Call Allison Crump, the event coordinator, both Watermark and Renaissance, and let her show you how they can make whatever you have, whatever event possible at Renaissance Baton Rouge. It's the Watermark downtown. It's Renaissance Southtown on Bluebonnet. LSU, the football Tigers, will make it home all season long for home games at Renaissance Baton Rouge.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Hi, this is Beth Tarina. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system. from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Through this 5 o'clock hour here on a Football Friday, first home weekend for the Tigers. Thanks to Dixon McMakin for hanging out with us. New voice of Tiger Stadium. I think you can tell, man. Known Dixon a long time, and great dude with great energy and passion for the things that he loves, and among them certainly are LSU, the state of Louisiana, and he will do that job justice. He will do a great job. I'm very much I'm excited for him, and we appreciate him for making time to stop by here with us today at Don Juan Cigar Bar. Hey, remember, they get great promos going on next door at Don Juan Cigar Company, including they have a raffle for an Arturo Fuente gift pack, which is worth $2,700. Yeah, right?
What is that? Arturo
Fuente is a cigar brand. There's like 20 different cigars in there, different like humidor boxes. It's a $2,700 pack. Go register over next door at Don Juan Cigar Company, and then come here, have a cocktail, enjoy a cigar at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. All right, the New Orleans Saints are going to play the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. It'll be the debut of the Kell Moore era. A little disappointing news on Friday as we learned that Trevor Penning and Chase Young will be unavailable. They're out for New Orleans. So it'll be Dylan Radins at left guard. We're going to see more of Cam Jordan at defensive end on Sunday against Arizona. I've given my thoughts a lot on this team throughout the offseason, and I'm going to be very consistent. I think the front line, there are still very good front line players on this team. Eric McCoy is a very good center. Alvin Kamara, although approaching 31, it can still be a productive back when healthy. I think Olave and Shaheed are very good NFL receivers. I don't think any is the caliber of a CeeDee Lamb or a Jamar Chase or anything of that, like a legit number one or Pro Bowl wide receiver, but they're very good NFL starting receivers. Demario Davis is 36, but he's still a tackling machine. Justin Reed is a starting safety in the NFL. You've got some talent there. I think adding Devon Gottschall at nose tackle in Brandon Staley's defense is significant. I would love it if Chase Young were healthy and playing in this game. My point is, there are some good frontline starters for New Orleans. What they lack is depth, and they certainly lack any elite talent on either side of the ball where you look at someone and say, that guy's a Pro Bowler, or that guy's an All-Pro. I don't know that this team has a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro. You look at every objective metric all offseason, the Saints have the lowest rated roster, the lowest graded roster, lowest ceiling, worst odds to win the Super Bowl, worst odds to win the... It's just... Everything objective tells you this is just not a good enough roster to be able to compete in the NFL. But it's the NFL, and teams still win games. And the Saints are at home. There's going to be tons of emotion, and I don't know how great Arizona is. Jonathan Gannon coming in as his first year in Arizona. They won 4 games last year. They won 8. Kyler Murray is fully back from the injury. They got just around 500 now. Is this the year where they take the step forward? I think that'll be fascinating. I think for me, where this game tilts is the fact that I don't believe the Saints in their secondary, if it's Kool-Aid McKinstry, Isaac Yiadom, Alontae Taylor, whoever's playing corner, I don't think they can run with these Arizona wide receivers. I think that is the real differentiator in this game. I don't know that Kool-Aid McKinstry's a legit number one, and if you're telling me he's got to go lock down Marvin Harrison Jr., I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, Arizona's got a tight end that was 1,100-yard receiver a season ago. There's just not enough on the Saints defensively in the secondary to be able to limit this Arizona passing game. And then you flip it over and you say, is Spencer Rattler capable of going blow for blow against that offense? And I just don't think that's the case. It's a little jarring to see Arizona, which has the 3rd best odds to win their division, coming into New Orleans as nearly a touchdown favorite. I mean, is indicative of what the expectation is for this New Orleans Saints team, which is not very good. So I don't think this goes well for New Orleans. I don't like Kell Moore in his first ever game with what he's got at quarterback, trying to go out and win. It's a 6.5-point line. I just don't know that I see New Orleans even putting forth much of an offensive effort in this ball game. So I like Arizona to win. I think Arizona wins and covers in this ball game. I think you're talking about like a 27-13, 27-17 type game. I think Arizona wins and actually wins comfortably in this game.
You said something. It is the NFL, and they're all pros, and they're good players. I was having this discussion last week. Football, as you know, is the ultimate team game. Although the Saints don't have that one player that you're talking about, if the players that they have are in the right positions, I don't care if the DBs can't run with the wide receivers. Make sure the safety's in the right spot. Listen, if everybody does what they're supposed to be doing and they're positioned in the right spot, yes, you can still win games. And Arizona's not the team, in my opinion, that can blow them off the field. Give me the Saints here. A lot of emotion. Kell Moore's going to have these guys ready to play, and I think they're going to shock the world game one right here.
I don't know that I would say that's shocking the world, because you're talking about two teams that are probably not even going to be playoff teams. But it would be a significant look. If you're a 6.5-point dog and you win the game outright, that would be a pretty significant upset in week one. I just don't know how I can look at this matchup and give the Saints any advantage on the field. I mean, where, like,
their advantage has to be in the coaching booth.
But it's just, I mean, these two teams played a couple of years ago in Arizona, and the Cardinals put up 42 points on them.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was when you had Tyrann Mathieu, and you had Marshawn Lattimore, and you had a healthy, competent football team. It's just,
but you didn't have Kell Moore.
And man, listen, I'm going to pick against the Saints a lot this year, and I think everybody is going to have to get used to hearing me do that. And to be honest with you, but I also have said all off season, I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to come back on a Monday and rail this team for losing games, because I don't think they're going to win many games this year. This might be the worst team in the NFL. Like the Saints, the Jets, I mean, the Browns are kind of always in contention there, but I mean, at least Joe Flacco is a proven starting quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he's a former Super Bowl MVP. He's 40 years old, but at least he's been there.
Yeah, he's a guy.
He can manage the thing. But I'm not going to sit here and yell and scream the way I have in the past, because in the past there was a realistic expectation of winning, and you let that opportunity get away from you because of how you mismanaged the organization. The Saints and Mickey Loomis did not want to reset this thing. It was not their objective, was to go on a full rebuild. But when Derek Carr retired, it forced them into this. I mean, your option was, do we go find a Band-Aid at quarterback, or do we just rebuild? I mean, the New Orleans Saints have the least amount of money, a percentage of their salary cap invested in the quarterback position than any other team in the NFL. That's not surprising.
Right.
I mean, you got two guys on rookie deals, neither of which were first-round picks. So when you look at a graph of the money and the percentage of your salary cap invested in your roster, the New Orleans Saints are at the literally 32nd. The most important position in team sports. There is no team in the NFL that has invested less right now in that position than the New Orleans Saints. I just cannot believe this team is going to be competitive or win anything. But that's okay, because in a rebuild, you have to understand that's where you are. So what I want to see from this team is progress. I want to see if Kool-Aid McKinstry is capable of being a number one corner in the NFL. I want to see if a guy like Danny Stutzman could potentially be, he's been great in preseason, but Sundays for real are a different thing. Can he be the heir apparent to 36-year-old Demario Davis? Is Kendre Miller finally ready to be a productive NFL back who can maybe replace Alvin Kamara? Did you draft your franchise left tackle in Kelvin Banks? It seems like he was awesome in preseason. Let's see what that looks like this year. Like, what if you have your bookend tackles for the next decade? Great. You see what I'm like? Are you building these foundational pieces around which then you say, okay, that's solidified for the next half decade. Now let's draft to fill in, and let's address in free agency as our cap is reset. Like, those are the types of things that I'm looking for this year, more so than wins and losses, because I'm realistic enough to know this team isn't going to win a lot of games. I got the Cardinals. What did I say, 27-17, something like that? I think the Cardinals win and cover Sunday in the Dome. And Mr. The Right in the upset of the century.
Yeah, I'm going for the Saints.
Is going with the Saints.
We got this one. Who dat?
Did we just do like a role reversal? Is that what happened?
Yep.
All of a sudden, you're a big Saints homer guy?
I'm a big Kellen Moore guy.
Did you mean Ellen Moore?
Kellen?
Ellen?
Ellen Moore. I'm a big Kellen Moore guy.
Ellen? Ellen Moore?
And then what's his name's the OC?
What's his name?
What's the guy's name?
Doug Nussmeyer.
Yeah, Doug.
Yep. All right, we're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com for South Point Volkswagen, Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. Tigers don't kick off on Saturday until 6:30, so you want to get by and take a test drive. Plenty of time to do it on Saturday. Airline just north of Highland, or you can always shop them online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, y'all, been a jam-packed show here from Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. We got one segment left to go. We'll give you our final thoughts and predictions for LSU and Louisiana Tech. We'll have a little time as well for Ask Ryan, so get your questions in there for Mr. The Riot. We'll do that as we continue here. It is AFR live from Don Juan Cigar Bar.
AFR.
Man, you know what tomorrow is, right?
Yeah, tomorrow Saturday, LSU plays.
It's Saturday, which means it's the weekend.
It is.
It's also probably going to be 11 bajillion degrees. And if your AC goes out, you probably think, well, I guess I just got to wait till Monday. See if I can get someone out here to fix my AC. Nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. Because what you need to do is call River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001 for River City's 1 Hour Air.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Tiger Country is 100.7 The Tiger.
in the car on 100.7 FM or on the 100.7 The Tiger app.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
I have a lot of respect for Coach Cumbie and the way he works. I get a chance to see him virtually all summer in camps. He's one of the hardest working coaches I've seen in the industry, just doing whatever he can to continue to build his program and recruit, in particular, the state of Louisiana. And I give him great credit for that.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Football Friday edition of AFR Live from Don Juan Cigar Bar. Always love telling you about Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Gents, thinking of popping the question. Remember, for 4 decades, Lee Michaels has helped people get engaged all across the state of Louisiana. 2 locations in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette, Shreveport, and online at lmfj.com. lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Remember, if they don't have what you want, they'll find it. If they can't find it, they'll make it. They want her to be thrilled, you to be a hero. This is a piece of jewelry that will be passed down in generations in your family. They want you to be thrilled throughout the entire experience. That's why they call it the Lee Michaels Experience. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. All right, LSU and Louisiana Tech, home opener for the Tigers, ranked number 3 in the country after a gigantic road win against Clemson a week ago. LSU's a 36.5-point favorite. You want to give a score pick or what you think is going to happen? I'm going to tell you what I'm watching in this game, but you can go ahead.
58 to 9.
Any standouts, anything you want to add, or just 58 to 9?
58 to 9. I don't want the starters to be playing in the third quarter. So I would like to see second 2s and 3s in the third and fourth quarter.
Okay.
I want to see Harlan Berry.
So there's 3 things that I am kind of keeping an eye on in this game. One is I do think, to that point, I do think you are going to see guys in this game that were not a major factor a week ago that are going to be important players for this team this year. One of them is Harlan Berry. He had 1 carry last week in the first half. It went for either no gain or 1 yard. I'm not sure how they officially scored it. But it was a day where you needed Caden Durham, and you needed Juwan Johnson. You needed to be creative in the running game with Xavier Thomas. And Nussmeier had 2 quarterback sneaks for a first down and a 10-yard keeper around right end for a first down. You are going to see Harlan Berry in this game, and it's going to be exciting to see him wiggle and get loose a little bit. Chris Hilton's another one. You were playing a Clemson team last week with a really good defensive front. Your new offensive line we talked so much about. They weren't going to have slow developing routes down the field. LSU lived in the short and intermediate range. They only attempted 3 passes beyond 20 yards in the air. That's where Chris Hilton lives. And this is going to be one of those games where you're going to have that opportunity. I think it'll be a big day for Chris Hilton on Saturday. Ashton Stamps didn't play a defensive snap. I think he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot for this team. It was just a circumstance where Mansour Delane was the best cornerback in the best player in the country last week defensively. DJ Pickett was awesome in his 25 snaps, and PJ Woodland, his versatility got him on the field. This is a game where I think you're going to see a lot of Ashton Stamps. And then the other one, like you mentioned, is Harlan Berry. So those 3 I think will be really interesting. I've mentioned it before, but I want to say it again. We could see history on Saturday. You could see all 3 Weeks brothers on the field at the same time. So Brian Kelly was asked about this on Thursday, said he's considered it, he's aware of it, and it's something that's never happened. You've had 3 brothers on the team at the same time with the Taylors. You had Jiren, Brandon, and Curtis Taylor all on the team at the same time, but never all on the field at the same time. This is a situation where Zach Weeks, who's a reclass, he should be in his senior year of high school. Like, he's going to redshirt this year. He graduated early so that he could play on the team with his brothers. So this is something, like a specific reason why he's here. And I think that's going to happen this year. And if it doesn't happen on Saturday against Tech, I think then it happens in a couple of weeks against Southeastern Louisiana. But if 35 goes on the field with 40 and 33, you'll see history Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, which I think is is pretty cool to be able to see that. Just something that circumstance isn't often going to allow for that. And I think when you look at what are the other things that you want to see, I think the depth on this offensive line is another thing that I think is important to continue to develop. We didn't see the 8 that Brian Kelly said we might see against Clemson. When Tyree Adams went out briefly, it was DJ Chester who went in, which tells you they had their starting 5, which was Mabenga was at left guard. But the next guy in at any position is going to be DJ Chester because he started 13 games. He's played a lot of football. He made all the calls as the center last year. He's a trusted veteran, so, like, he's the next guy in. Well, what about Eccles? What about Carius Kern? Are we going to see the 5-star freshman who's most exclusively played at left tackle? Do we see him at left, right, at guard? Like, that offensive line rotation is the other thing I want to see, because this is a game where you should get up early. You should get your starters out early. You should have an opportunity to play a lot of guys in this game. It's why, like, I hate these games, but it's why these games exist on the schedule. It's to catch a paycheck, to chalk up a win, to get some guys some rest, and to have an opportunity to go run a bunch of different guys out there, get them experience. So take advantage of that. With all due respect to Louisiana Tech, they were awful offensively a week ago. They scored 3 points in the first half against Southeastern. Tony Franklin is their offensive coordinator, who's more of a run-first guy. I don't know that they're going to be able to get going offensively against this LSU defense. I think this is an overwhelming game. I'll pick it like 45-7, something like that. But this is a name your score. So, what will it be? But it's one of those where you want to see LSU play clean. You want to see some new guys get involved and get some young guys in that depth, some game experience on Saturday night in Tiger Stadium. So we both have the Tigers big, as do everybody, but just a few of the things that I'll be keeping an eye on Saturday night in Tiger Stadium.
Yep.
All right, it is after further review. Speaking of Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, our friends over at Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics, they'll be there. The doctors that take care of the Tigers are the same doctors that take care of me and you. They're championship health partners of LSU Athletics, but they also have cancer services, heart health, pediatrics, your primary care. My primary care physician is Dr. Kurt Chastain over at the Lady of the Lake Men's Health Group. Told you Drew is cared for. He has specialists that he sees at Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital. So, yes, they care for the championship athletes at LSU. They also take care of the students at the Student Health Center, but Our Lady of the Lake is a championship health partner for all of us. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, we're just about to wrap it up from here at Don Juan Cigar Bar. We got about a minute. Let me see if I can get any Ask Ryan questions in. Greg Lehman. Ask Ryan. Man, that LSU defense sure played good, am I right?
Yep, they did, Greg. They sure did, bud.
I love that. I love that so much. Eddie, Ask Ryan. I'm recently getting into working out. How do I get chiseled like you?
Drink a lot of water. Don't eat sugar.
Hey, you don't eat sugar, do you?
I do, but not a lot. I've cut back tremendously, actually.
Huh?
Yeah. Gotten a lot better with that.
Let me get you a Bocock before you get out of here.
Okay.
Shout out Alondra on site, doing awesome work as always.
Yes, she is.
And she got to go wash her hair 4 times.
Yep.
To get the cigar smell out of it.
Yep.
Muse, Paulie back in studio. Thanks. Y'all have an awesome weekend. We'll see you Monday at 3.
After further review.
As we get on down the road, remind you about First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. FirstSouthLand.com.
Your first call.
Should be to what?
FirstSouthLand.com. That's the website.
Yeah, that's the website. You can't call FirstSouthLand.com, but you can log on to FirstSouthLand.com. Get the phone number to call First South Farm Credit.
Yeah.
You were just telling me in the break.
Yeah, I'm doing it, bro. It's happening. Soon.
Going to buy some land?
Yeah, and I'm going to call those guys.
Who are you going to call?
I'm calling First South Farm Credit. That's who I'm calling.
Should be your first call if you're thinking of buying land. Of course, they've been first in agriculture for more than 100 years. One of the things that I love is their patronage refund. We get to tell you about that, but annually they effectively lower your cost of borrowing because they share their profits with their member borrowers. So if you borrow at 5%, when you get your patronage refund, it's effectively like borrowing at 4%. Learn more at First South Farm Credit. You can log on to FirstSouthLand.com. Again, online. That's FirstSouthLand.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Tiger Country is 100.7 The Tiger. In the car on 100.7 FM or on the 100.7 The Tiger app. 90s country and beyond. 100.7 The Tiger.